What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Reality Kingdom. We put the real in reality, whatever. Period.
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 What's going on?
Period.
It's your host Drake Ryder. I'm with T.O. Sam will live. That we got to speak that into existence.
That part.
Full
and
name.
then Easy.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, y'all?
Before we get into like some good traders talk, how's y'all's day going? Everyone doing good?
Teo.
Thanks for asking.
Teo, are you okay? Teo went through something very traumatic today.
Well, I think I'm okay. Maybe emotionally, not there yet. But if y'all don't know what happened, which you don't know what happened, I only told the royal court. But a few hours ago, I was just on my walk, my usual walk, and I'm just walking up the road. It's a pretty there's cars passing by, and then this one car stops, it parks kind of ahead of me, and then this guy starts sticking his head out the window. They start honking and yelling at me. I'm like, me? Or who are they yelling at? So then I go closer to them and they start I hear a woman in the driver's seat screaming get that kid out of the way. I'm like, she's talking about me? Am I the kid?
Are you a kid?
And then the guy who's sticking his head out, he tells me there's a coyote behind you. And I'm looking where? I don't even see the coyote.
What?
They said it was following me the whole time. And then I see it. It's in my eyes, it's humongous. Apparently it wasn't as big, according to my dad later. But I was scared to death. I'm telling the guy okay, what do I do now? I don't know what to do. I'm on the same side as the coyote. It's literally 15 seconds away from coming to me. And I was thinking in my head, maybe I can get in the car. They're cross the road. I'm like, okay, thanks. So then I start going on the road, but there's still cars passing through. So I'm I'm holding out my hands that traffic person who tells cars to stop. I'm like, stop,
Yeah.
stop. Bitch, no one's stopping. They're still passing by one or two cars. And then I'm like, please, my life is in danger. Please. And then I literally just start walking anyway, just so they know they have to stop, because I'm not standing right next to a coyote. And yeah, shout out to that car that stopped and told me, because
shout out to that car.
Yeah, shout out to that woman and the guy who saved my life. I think I don't know what would have happened without them, because if I was alone, I surely wouldn't look behind me to see a coyote following me. So
you would get back to your house, but is that what the hell is that behind? Is that a dog? It's just a big
ass. Oh yeah, I didn't continue walking. I phoned my dad. I'm like, pick me up right now. I'm not continuing. I ordered food ahead of time so I can go pick it up. So I'm like, okay, well, you're gonna drive me so I can pick up my food, and then we're gonna go home, okay? And he's like, sure. And I'm like, thanks.
That is a wild story. Thank God. Save Teo. Hashtag save Teo at all costs.
Now I know what to do when
precious.
a coyote's there. Yes, and just so everyone knows, if you ever run into a coyote, start yelling. Don't run. My dumbass would have ran, but
as Denisha would say, be the big dog. Woof woof.
Well, Denisha literally told me, I wish I was there to see you freaking out. I'm like, thanks, Denisha. That's the first thing you say.
She did say that.
So,
well, we're glad you're here in one piece. We can't see your legs, but we're assuming you're here in one piece.
Oh, I'm not going to show my legs, but yes.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
He just picks one leg off the ground. He's like, "Well, you are incorrect." Yeah. But glad you made it. The coyote couldn't stop from Traitors New Zealand, so I got the slides pulled up. I'll get right into it. Where we at?
Nothing. I feel like nothing can stop Traitors New Zealand. Were y'all this drop was gaggy, low key, right?
It was. It was.
It was just me. A couple buttons.
Brad went home.
This shit.
Brad chased me on the sidewalk. I'm pretty sure it had been him, because we were talking a lot about Bradley last week.
Right. I was thinking the whole time, we are fucking back. I feel like every season I watch, regardless of which franchise it is, the middle episodes are usually the best, right? Because the first drop is kind of oh, we have nothing to go off, and it's kind of groupthink, and there's half of them are Kaya's because there's not enough space in the edit to get them in there. Now we get some of the Kaya's out, few people got kicked out. Now traitor on traitor. Now traitor hunters. Now
Yep.
the faithful are locking the fuck in, and they're gaming the game. They're gaming the meta. They're gaming the traitors, and now it feels like a war. Now it feels like
Yeah.
head-to-head battle,
Traitors are ramping it up.
and we are
Yeah.
seated for it. I'm loving this season now, y'all. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
this was a good drop. There's still like I have like some complaints from like an editing perspective, like because sometimes
Yeah.
it feels so obvious on who's
Sure,
being
yeah.
banished. But like I feel like if it's obvious, it's obvious. You can't really do that about that. Like that's how the game's going. That's how the game's going. But heading
Yep.
into the drop, this is where we're standing at. Brad was just banished, and Keanu and Jill are the traitors, and everyone else is the fables. And there's no murder on this first night. That's where we head into the first drop. But then they are told that they are allowed to recruit, and the next slide spoils the recruitment. So I'm gonna wait to click on it. But how do y'all feel about them being allowed to recruit before they can like there's
No.
no murder? So because I personally don't like it.
I don't like it. No, because like how I don't like it. It's just why are we letting them recruit when the faithful literally worked towards getting a no murder situation, but like because of that, it's actually an advantage for the traders now because they can mask the recruitment through this whole like, oh, they can't murder sort of thing. So
Right.
that's why like all the faithful start thinking, oh, maybe they're gonna recruit this next round or whatever, which there is a murder by the end of it, so that's not even the case. So yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, from a game perspective, I was like, I don't know if this makes sense. It feels like we're finally getting like a traditional cat and mouse game, right? Where it's like they got Bradley, like they can smell blood. They want to go for the big dogs now. Well, we know that Keanu's the big dog. They don't know that yet. But I will say, maybe from a production standpoint, they're thinking, "Uh-oh, Jill's in trouble. Keanu's the star of the show. Like, we don't want to go into the next episode. Like, if we're gonna allow the traders to, the faithful to not lose someone via murder, we need to give the traders another player so that we don't end up in a situation where it's Keanu by himself having to seduce somebody. Or at that point, it would be a blackmail, right? Because you can't have
Yep.
just one trader. I think they were trying to
Yeah.
avoid a messy situation the next episode.
Yeah, I think in the castle, like the way they talk, I believe they thought they started with 4 traders. So now they believe that there's 3. So I think they ended up at 3 traders, which I think is what they believe in the castle anyway.
Yeah.
So
Right.
before they decide who to recruit, they talk through some of the names. And the 3 names they mention are Aaron, James, and Dave. And I'm gonna be honest, it depends on what you want. Cause I think with Keanu specifically, because like he knows Jill's kind of cooked, he's like, I want someone that I can like work with and play the game with. But I'm also like, maybe they should have got someone who's like more obviously like a name, their names being thrown around. And I was like, Aaron and Dave, their names have been thrown around a little bit, so those make sense. James's name has never been mentioned at a round table to my eye. So I was like, okay, well, they're not gonna do James. And then we head to the next slide, and they did James.
Yeah,
I was like, oh.
that's interesting to me. I mean, the thing is with Keanu, I feel like we kind of see like from time to time, like his sort of way of thinking is like, oh, I just want to like work with somebody. Like he's very much like
Yeah.
team oriented. He needs
Yep.
a partner in the game, rather than like, oh, I want to play this game solo. Because when he recruits James, his whole confessional is about how he feels like James is going to be a very critical person in this team. Like he might actually help us win. So that's very interesting to me. Like I don't know, because James to me feels like someone who is kind of masking how um I guess traitorous he is. I think he would want to maybe cut Keanu in the future because he's already talking about how Keanu's a potentially a good social player here that
I was thinking that too,
team ropes at the
Teo.
end.
I was
Yeah.
thinking that too.
Is it gonna happen though? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know.
I think it's like there's 2 ways, right? They know they're losing Jill, so it's almost like you have to think of this as a 2-person team moving forward. I actually think this is the right play for Keanu because he's still the veteran, he's still the OG, and I think Dave would have been a mess. Like that would have been a shit show because he's a strong-headed, stubborn person, strong-willed person. So is Keanu. They would have, we know that Jill probably isn't going to last long. We know that for a fact now. So
Well,
to me, it's like between Aaron, or James, right? And I think both would have made sense, but I think he saw James as somebody formidable that's also chill enough to take a back seat. I think Keanu's self-aware enough to know he needs to call the shots. He needs to be the boss, and James has a personality to do that. Aaron maybe seems a little bit more sneaky. I don't know. I'm sure it was between those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the time, I think I was like questioning the James move, but seeing this drop come out, I think him and James do make a good like duo, like the way they just talk about the game with each other.
Yeah.
And they might end up turning on each other at some point. That's just what happens when you get to the end game with the Traitors. Because let's be real, sometimes the prize spot's not a lot, and you want the prize spot. Okay. So
By
I fully get
yourself.
it. When you turn like if you're in the end game and you turn on your Traitors, I understand. And before when they picked James, I was like, he hasn't really done much on the show. He's kind of a Kaya. James, I'm looking for
Right.
James. This James is
No,
like he's not
yeah.
as much as Keanu, but I
Yeah.
love James as a 2D personality. I'm like, oh, where's he been? Like he's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evil James is gaggy. Also, happy Pride Month. We got two
Yeah, I was gonna
two people from the LGBTQ plus community in the turret. I'm sat. I'm
Yeah.
ready. I want them to take it to the end. I'm rooting. Well, I mean, we were already rooting for Keanu.
We're here for their joint slay.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, because that doesn't. I think it's only happened in like one version of the English speaking traders where two traders win. But I'm always hey, the two traders
Yeah.
want to win. They want to win. That'd be awesome. Like
Well, I don't always love that, but in this case,
well,
I
if they're
would be
both
here
if they're
for
two
it.
good traders, like two
Of course.
likable traders, they
Well,
don't gotta be good at the game.
yeah,
They gotta be likable.
I don't need them to play nice the whole way
Yeah.
through. I'm expecting some blood, at least by the end game. But for now, like I am loving their duo. I love how they communicate to each other. Like we're gonna get to like one of my favorite scenes of the two drops of a conversation between James and Keanu. Like they are just fantastic. I love them. And I think like last drop I kind of felt lower about Keanu. But now I'm starting to like him a lot more, and I'm kind of seeing
Wait,
like a
hold on. Why
potential
would
winner.
what happened
What?
in the last drop that you didn't like, Teo? Because Keanu
You didn't
is
like
the season.
Teo?
No, about Keanu. Like
Keanu? Well, I just felt like there was a lot of overconfidence, and I was like, okay, like this is a
okay,
setup, first of all. Like, I feel like the edit is setting it up, but also it just gave like you're doing too much. But
yeah,
now I feel like these last two drops, like I'm starting to see it for Keanu. I feel like the edit is showing him as a very dominant player because he is a dominant player. He is very confident and, dare I say, cocky a lot of the time. But I feel like it's starting to become like almost like a good thing. Like it's being shown in a good way where it's like, okay, like he has a winning story.
yeah,
So I could
Yeah.
actually see it for him. Like maybe you're right, Easy. Maybe he does take Sam to the end and then cuts her, or they get
or
final
vice
two
versa.
or vice versa. And I mean, at this point, I'm still Team Sam. Do I
Of
think she's
course.
gonna be able to pull it off? I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope.
And I say with Keanu is like he is like overconfident and cocky at times, but I think that's what makes like a great TV personality at times. It's
Yeah.
either he really runs this shit and you're backing up being overconfident, or he will probably have a satisfying fall at the end. So either way, I think Keanu is going to be he's also entertaining. Like you got to be able to entertaining to back it up.
Yes.
So either way, no
Exactly.
matter what happens, if he gets banished at some point or if he wins, it's going to be an entertaining ride to get there.
My favorite line from him this drop was, "I'm not a traitor, I'm the traitor." I was like, stand on fucking business. Like, yeah, I think he loves this duo with James, and we'll get into it more, but he's still gonna play. They're both gonna play self-interested, and I don't think both of them are gonna make it to the end. If I'm being real,
Yeah.
I don't even know if both of them are gonna make it to the finale. Honestly.
Yeah, we'll see. I think James has a little bit of overconfidence to him as well, but I think he's just confident. So I guess they have that in. Also, James gagged me with the breakfast. He's like, I have to come into breakfast making sure I'm the same because I'm now a traitor. And like a switch at the bottom from Faithful the Traitor. I was like, oh, I thought they were gonna show us that he was recruited first. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was dope. I love this drop. I just feel like you can tell when the editors are having fun. And I feel like this drop, they're having fun. So if they're having fun, we're having fun.
Yeah.
And then we moved on to breakfast, and this is when Aroha's name like first gets mentioned by Sam, Michael, and Chloe. And people they say, yeah, Jill's a traitor, but she's not the good traitor. And it's like, oh damn, that's kind of crazy to say.
That was gaggy.
But it's because of how she reacted to Brad leaving, where she was very emotional. And she later explains that she thinks she was more emotional because she wanted Dave, and Dave is her friend in the castle. So it wasn't really. She basically said, I didn't really care about Brad. I was sad that I went for Dave, who is my friend, and who lost some trust. But
Yeah.
also, the other thing that came up here is they talk about Brad going for Jill, and I guess the tick for tat comment. Everyone's like, so it's obviously, it's
Yeah.
obviously for Jill.
And it's an interesting thing. I mean, I am all for, exploring who else could be a traitor before going for the obvious one. I feel like you kind of want to save the obvious one for a little bit longer because then you're kind of able to like analyze them a little more. You're able to kind of, test out other potential theories at the round table, kind of like what Violet was trying to do. She really wanted to test out the Aroha theory. Didn't work, but I feel like that was the right move for her game specifically. I will say a
Mhm.
lot of the people who are kind of outside the clique, like I understand why they would want to vote Jill out now because
Yeah.
I mean there is an alliance in the castle and you want to you don't want to give them so much power in the game. It's crazy how everyone was able to clock on like this is a clique so easily. I guess this clique was not able to hide it. I guess they were just publicly friends or something. But I loved the whole like alliance division stuff. Like
Yes.
that is my favorite part
Yes.
about Traitors.
Now then it starts to feel a little bit more like Survivor and Big Brother, and it's like let's game the alliance, let's game the meta,
Yeah.
let's game like what are the traders doing, and that's like is there also shout out to in the breakfast section. Shout out to Aaron who did mention seduction. I was like, okay,
Mm,
we talked about Aaron being a Kaya for most of the season so far. Now he's starting to show because I was like, Aaron's an interesting choice out of the three they talked about seducing. Now he's clocking things. So I feel like there's a lot more going on with Aaron that we're not seeing. Also, shout out to Samantha, who basically like this is her coming out party this last episode, and now she's like traitor. She's a traitor hunter, straight up. She's like, I want two in a row. I want blood. Like she's feeling herself, and now it feels like a even more exciting cat and mouse between her and Keanu.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'll say the main people pushing Oroha, it seems to be like Sam and like the rest of the clique, but I think Violet's like the main person that's like
Yeah,
at the first,
definitely.
like, I need her gone, like we need to do this. And she seems very passionate about that. And we see that at the round table later on. I'm a little nervous for her. Just I feel like people are suspicious about that. Like once we get to the round table, we'll talk about it a little bit more. Like certain things she said, I feel like I can see people
Mhm.
pushing her as a traitor later on.
No, yeah. Violet said, "Let me get active because I
Yeah.
have been taking a back seat for way too long.
I
I'm
told
getting my main
y'all.
character moment." She literally went, it's week 3. I was pretty Kia for the first 2 drops for or the first 2
Whoa,
weeks of
not too
drops.
much. Not too much.
Well, she was. Let
Well,
me
that's the
let me
editor's
spice
fault,
it up.
not her
Let
fault.
me
That's fair.
let me do something crazy. And we're not even crazy. Let me do something smart. Well,
Yeah.
Aroha's not a traitor, but you know, the concept is there. That's what matters. So
And
I'm here for Violet.
yeah, and this is where we get a Keanu confessional where he's talking about how all the faithfuls are looking at each other and no one's looking at him. And little did he know, Miss Maria over here pulls a note out of her shoe, and because
Yo.
Hold out a
I,
paper.
I am truly a Keanu and Sam stan, and like now a James stan. So I've been like, but who? Because I feel like that's people y'all been standing. Like I need to find my original stan. Like, who is Drake's stan? I was like, could it be Dave? I think I found it in Maria. The moment she pulled out her shoe and pulled a note from it, I was like, I think I have to stand you. Like this is
Oh my
this,
god,
Wait, you're trying to choose your stand in the sixth episode? Come on now.
yes, I am.
no, I remember
I
seeing
mean,
her
whatever.
first confessional in the episode where she like has a shoe in her hand. She doesn't like explain it immediately. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, what the fuck is going on? Like, are they just gonna like skip over the fact that she's holding a shoe and then she starts explaining later? I'm like, oh wait,
All right.
this is brilliant. Well, I
Also,
mean, the shoe part was like an extra, but
shout out to the War of the Teachers. This is like it's like an educators Olympics, right? It's like her and Sam and Maruya, and then Bradley pretending to be a teacher.
well,
Like,
I bet you that paper that Maria's holding is right out of her teacher notebook or something.
no,
Like,
Yeah.
literally.
Also, why does she have to keep it in her shoe? Production not let her keep it in her pocket. Like I don't. Did she sneak? Did you think she had to sneak it out?
It was more campy that way. Maybe they
Yeah.
told her like it'll be a bigger moment if you pull it out of your shoe.
Yeah, but she said there's no she wrote down who she thought would be the traitors because she said there was no murder last night and the day before she had a shield, so she's been very comfortable. She can like actually think and not be so nervous. She said Brad, who they've confirmed as a traitor, Jill, who's basically confirmed as a traitor, and Keanu.
Bang,
But
bang, bang.
it's like, oh, she has it. Like I don't know what to say.
Crazy.
And I do wonder if she's going to successfully get out Keanu just because she hasn't been like a bigger presence so far. And I feel like the person who gets Keanu out, they will want to build up as the main character. But with Traitors editing, sometimes it doesn't. You don't need to be a big character to have the biggest moment of the season. If
Yeah,
you have,
right.
so I think it's totally possible. And I don't think every time they talk about murder, her name has not come up. She has won a lot of shields though, so maybe that's why. But I feel like they had never discussed murdering her before.
No, you're right, Drake. I mean, the editing for Traitors is very it's weird. Like it can be very
It's
weird sometimes.
random.
Like I literally thought this last episode, I'm like, y'all, if the faithful really do win this season, I could literally see Debbie being part of that winning team, like just randomly. Because I
Mhm.
mean, I don't think she's doing as much and they just don't have much to show of her. But I'm like, there's at least something there from her where like maybe she does randomly win and it's like a Lord Ivar situation.
I knew you were gonna say
So
that.
Poor
Lord
Lord
Ivar
Ivar.
Not
and
Lord
what was the other
Ivar.
Dolores?
Dolores, yeah. I was looking at like this is off the tangent because people always clown out Lord Ivar. He's definitely boring, but he votes perfectly for like that whole season. I'm like, wait a minute, when did this happen?
Girl,
He's still boring, but why did he do that? Like, why did he make it this far? Why was he never murdered? I need to know why he wasn't.
Well,
But
we also saw it in this last season of Traders UK, right? Not the celebrity one, the civilian one,
mhm.
where it was like some of the most Kaya faithful were there in the final six, right? And it was basically like there's two traders sitting right in front of them this whole time, and it's like, are they going to clock either of them? Are both of them going to get through? So like these characters that got like a purple edit the first half of the season could easily end up in the final five.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
definitely possible. And also, but I think this is where Maria says she is scared to push Keanu, or I think she might say
Yeah.
it after the discussions. And I do understand that because Keanu is like this. He obviously has a click. He's like a big personality. And if you push and you're wrong, you look like everyone's probably gonna turn on you next. And if you push and you miss, you're probably murdered because you truly believe he's a traitor.
mhm.
So, and then also, this is where we get one of my favorite comments of the episode at breakfast talk. They're talking about Jill, and Sam says, "Going for her is going to be brutal. It's like killing a puppy, but maybe the puppy needs to be put
Damn.
down."
Damn,
It's
that
like,
was
it's like, damn. It's
savage.
like a
That
puppy that
is
needed. So,
This is I'm telling you guys,
that
like
is
I have really good like I pass out my stand cards
okay.
like in the
Hold
best way
on. Hold
possible.
on,
I
Teo.
don't
Don't
waste
calm
them.
down a little bit
No, no, no,
because
no.
you are infamous for standing kites. I'm gonna give you this one because Sam is mother tier for me this drop, but let's not do
This
revisionist
drop, or do you
history.
mean the whole
she
season?
Well,
has been
we'll see how it ends.
she's been great this whole season. Like I will defend that. Like she's been one of my favorite standouts. Like that's a
I mean,
non-trader specifically. Like I
if
think
you
she's
look in the comments of the last episode, she literally went in there and said, I have great takes.
And she
So
did.
she
I
is
have
true.
great takes, yes.
Yeah, and then the only thing else that happens before the challenge is Jill is going around telling people, "Well, Brad must have been told to do that by the other traders, and he didn't know that he was getting betrayed, so he just said my name as a last minute resort." And
Poor
then he's like,
Jill.
she's like, and Brad even told me like, if I don't win, I want you to win. And Chloe's like, so I now think you're more of a traitor because why would you?
That's literally what I was thinking too. I'm like, this is gonna make me think that you're a traitor even more.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, poor Jill, because like I really don't know what she can do. She is cooked. Like I don't know what else to say. Like
She's
you're
cooked. I low key feel bad for her. It's like, what can you, like, literally, what can you do in that situation? If you just sit there and do nothing, everyone's going to be like, oh, she's trying to hide. If you start throwing people out, you're going to be like, oh, she's desperate. The only thing you can possibly do is maybe like target a faithful that you think, like, if you're still rooting for Keanu, which it seems like she is, clearly she didn't chuck him under, like, pick one faithful you think is going to get in his way and, like, throw them or like target them or like and be like later it's oh trader on trader. That's the only thing you can do. I don't see what else she
I guess if
possibly.
we had to nitpick on something from Jill that she's doing wrong, which I don't even think is that far-fetched to mention, I just think she's too passive of a player.
at this point.
Yeah.
You do need to manage the other traders. You can't just manage the faithful alone. Which, mind you, I feel like her faithful management wasn't the best either. But you also have to manage your traders because, yes, they will turn on you if they feel like they need to. Brad in
Mhm.
that moment was
Mhm.
panicking, he was shivering, he didn't know what to do. he felt like both Keanu and Jill he couldn't trust, so that's why he threw both of them out. If you were able to really like prove that you can be trusted to Brad, like in a way he wouldn't have a reason to throw you under the bus. And if you vote him out, I guess the only thing that he can do to make you look like a traitor is if he has like a weird reaction to you voting for him, but he wouldn't be able to say all those words that he said to you during the discussion. So that's like the one thing I think that was Jill's downfall. It's just she was too passive.
Yeah, and we're seeing that from Keanu, where he goes up to her. He's like, "Hey, I might have to do what I have to do," and she fully
Right.
respects it.
Wow.
Yeah. She's like, save yourself. I think really it comes down to her taking too long to start throwing out names on
Yeah.
Faithful. Like she was the last person, and we saw some people get a zero, like an almost nothing burger edit, and it sounded like at least everybody had still said somebody's name at some point. They were practically begging Jill, give us a name, and she refused to do so. That's going to be sus no matter what.
Yeah, see, I think she should have just jumped on the Oroha train. It's like her name's coming out. I don't know if she knew
Yeah.
about it, but I guess if you have to jump on some train instead of bringing up Harrison out of nowhere and no one jumps on it with you.
Well, that would have been hilarious if she jumped on that train and everybody jumped off. They're like, never mind, it can't be Aloha because we can't trust Jill.
That would have. I wish that kind of happened. It would
Yeah,
funny.
that would be hilarious.
Yeah, and then we had to. I think this is maybe an all-time Traitors challenge across all versions I've seen. I love this challenge. I love this challenge.
A bit much, but it was cute.
Though the
It
Traitors
was
usually have terrible challenges, and this was a challenge where I was actually engaged because
it was a very like campy challenge. I won't lie. Like
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. So how it works is they're in teams, and if one team presses the button, 5K will be added, and that whole team gets shields. But if the second team presses the button, then we get 10K, and the second team gets shields. If we get to the third team, if the third team presses it, there's no money, but that whole team will steal the shields. So, and then you get one phone call by each team, and it's 15 seconds, which was not a lot of time. They quickly learned.
Not one phone call. I'm like, what is this, prison? The fuck? Like,
No, the whole phone call stuff, like that is so Beast Games coded. Like if
oh,
you guys watch
absolutely.
Beast Games, like they love their little like phone challenges here and there. Like it definitely gave that.
Yeah.
Check out our Beast Game recap. Tail and the squad did a great job here on the Reality Kingdom if you haven't already.
Yeah, you don't gotta watch
Yeah.
Beast Games, but you can watch the recap because
That part.
that'll be good enough. But like I said, I just really like the challenge. I like challenges that can cause dynamics and like conflict within them. And it's like
Yeah.
they could like go back to the castle and be like, oh, so and so didn't want to shield, so that was gonna be a trade. Like, no, we didn't see those conversations, but this can spark those conversations.
Mhm.
And this is where we get to start James being an icon. Why did he take that damn key? Like, I know I'm going out of order, but why did he do that?
Wait, I was confused about that. What was that? Like on the table that he just
James
swiped?
is just
Like,
being
what-
It's a
campy.
key to unlock. I guess a key to unlock the box that the button's in. And he just took it. So they couldn't
Oh,
unlock
like
the
to
box.
unlock it early?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand that part. I was like, did something like slip out of his like pocket? Like that proves that he's a traitor. I got nervous for a
Yeah.
second, but like no one mentioned it, so I'm like,
And,
oh.
and then he stood on business about it. And I feel like Keanu was low-key a little bit turned on by it because later he was talking about like, oh wow, he really stood on business. I wasn't expecting that from James.
I was.
It made him respect him more. I was like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So basically when it starts out talking like, well, who wants a shield? And like almost every player is like, yeah, I want a shield because you want a shield. Like, why are we doing it? But specifically, Oroha is like, I want a shield because she still thinks Dave's a traitor. And Dave wants a shield because he does say in the confessional, I'm not worried about being banished. I'm worried about being murdered. And I think that's a good read by him because like his name's been brought up a couple times, but it's never gotten much push to be banished. And I think he sees that. He's like, well, my name gets said, but no one jumps on it. I don't want to be murdered. And Dave has an arc these drop where Dave just wants a shield, and they're not letting my man Dave
Every episode. Every episode he has a
Wow.
confessional, which leads me to believe that he's gone at the end of this
Yes,
last drop.
Well, I have my other reasons, but yeah, that too. Like that.
Since
Like,
the first episode, he's talking about how he wants these
literally.
shields, and he's being proven right because damn, he should have had these shields. But yeah, and then Keanu in the confessional does not want to push the button because he knows he's a traitor, and we later find out that he wants to murder someone in his group.
Mhm.
So, like 10K is a lot of money to add to the prize pot. So in his mind, he's like, I just want to get the money. I don't give a fuck about the shields. We'll be fine. I'll be fine. I can work through it. And I fully do understand that reasoning. And then this is also Harrison and Chloe talk in their group, and they're okay with not getting the shield. It
I
is it
mean,
yeah,
Why?
you
Like
have Debbie there, you have Jill there. It's like, I mean, well, I don't know if Debbie wanted the shield or not, but girl,
that was
it's
weird to
giving
me.
she didn't really care.
I do think
Um,
everyone there's name has been brought up at least once at the round table. So I get it. Like if any group doesn't get the shield, I guess it should be them. But like I don't care. I'm fighting for that damn shield.
I
Like
do not give a damn which group I'm in. How are you not playing more self-interested here? Like,
well,
hello, we're
this is
almost
what I
halfway through the
kind of
game.
clocked early on about Chloe. Like I remember I mentioned like Chloe doesn't give me like the best faithful in the group. It's
Yeah.
giving she's like definitely a few levels below a lot of these other faithfuls.
Ooh, not
Specifically, I'm
below.
looking at like, well, like I'm looking at people like Sam. She's definitely more strategic than Chloe. Even Violet is proving to be
What do you mean
way more
even
strategic.
Violet? Of course Violet.
Well, I mean, like I said, I didn't know Violet that well until recently. So, but Chloe just like struck me as someone who wasn't really thinking on that level of gameplay.
Mhm.
We even literally see in the next episode, like her in the card game, she's like, I really wanted to give it to Sam. So it's definitely giving she's not
well,
self-interested, which is, I love that about you as a person, but in the game,
yeah.
please be a little more selfish. That's what I want to see.
Period.
Yeah. And then we start getting the phone calls, and the first phone call is just them basically saying hello, and then it's over because like they
Like,
don't say
hey,
anything of
how's your
substance.
day going?
Yeah. They don't say anything of substance in this phone. And eventually, I think the more important phone call gets to James and Harrison, where I think
Oh, wait,
Harrison
wait, wait,
says,
wait.
"Oh,
Before you go to that, this might sound crazy. Maybe I have my Stan goggles on too much, but
Oh, here we go.
like in a way, think about it. Sam not saying anything to Maruya, like in a way, that kind of locks in like her team might actually get the shield in the end. Because like, what is Maruya supposed to do with the information? Which basically she got nothing. She was the one who told Sam, "Well, we were discussing, and like we don't know." Sam didn't get to say anything, so at that point, Maruya is like, "Okay, well, at this point, it seems like maybe they are wanting the shield. Maybe
yeah."
let's just give it up." So I don't know.
Okay, Teo.
I don't
Say
know.
so.
Because I
Maybe
think
We'll have
my
to find
standards
out
are
from
not.
Sam.
after that, I think Sam, I believe it's Sam and Harrison. I mean, Sam and James. I don't remember exactly who it was on the phone call, but they just say we need
Aaron
to.
and James.
They just like say all the names of the people in the group, and then it's like
Cuddle
we need the shield because
Henry.
of that. And then he's like, "Well, I guess they need the shields." But then the important phone call I think is when Harrison and James talk, and Harrison's like, "We'll push the button first," and James like, "Push it right when we hang up." Okay, James definitely said that after the phone call ended, but I think he just wanted people to think he said it during the phone line, and then he stands up and grabs that key and says, "We're not pushing the button." And I want y'all to
This shit
rewatch.
was
If you
hilarious.
haven't watched these episodes or you already have, go back and watch Dave's face during all of this because he is so pissed. And I get it because he does not want to be murdered. He's like, "Are you fucking
Yeah.
serious?" He's
Well, I
like,
mean, he's like
Dave is
one of three
fuming.
faithful in that room, so
"Yeah,"
he's like the only one really fighting for it. Like that would be me,
because
honestly.
I don't think like obviously 10K is a lot of money. I would love 10K right now. I do think at this point in the traders, I'm like, I want to get to the next day. We're pressing this damn button. Like I can't
Yeah.
even win the 10K if I get murdered tomorrow. So let's press this button.
That was
So
campy as fuck. That to me, this was like them like reintroducing James to us almost. Like
yeah,
this dude is quiet and he's kind of been in the shadows, but we're gonna like put him up front here with Keanu again and enjoy, be entertained, because that's how I
Yeah.
felt.
yeah. And then eventually, so Harrison's team does push the button. They push it pretty early on. And then at like literally the last second, the bottom team down there presses the button and they all win shields. They're all safe. So only people from the top two teams can be eligible for murder tonight. And then when they
Shout out
get
to
back,
the women
yes,
because
That
they ate it
part,
up.
the ladies
Shout out to the
team,
women.
they ran this. And then
they ran this shit.
when they get back to the castle, we have another like you said, this was James awakening. Keanu says, "Daddy James has arrived," and he has. Like,
And he has.
yeah. Oh, there we go. So yeah, now we're getting back to the castle, and they gotta just like discuss what's going on and what they're pushing. And this is when Maria says there's a clique of Sam, Keanu, Harrison, Chloe, and Violet. And at least one of them's a traitor. I'm like, that
Like,
really
okay, Maria clocking it.
I was like, is that really a group? I
Damn,
feel like they
Maria.
don't.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, is that a group? I feel like we don't see them that
Yeah,
much. And then immediately the next scene, they're all five
There they
together.
are.
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah. They're like, I was like, I guess they do hang out a lot. I've never really noticed it, but it is this group of people. And that face down there is when they first push Aroha's name to Keanu.
Right.
He's shocked.
He was gagged. Yeah.
He's in disbelief about this.
I feel like he was impressed and kind of excited because he's like, oh, everybody's kind of balling, right? Like everybody's playing hard,
Yeah.
right? Like we're past the like, oh, let me feel each other out phase of this game. It's a cat and mouse, and he's been in control from everything we can see from day one, and now he's one of the last people to find out in his own alliance who they're going to push at the round table. I also thought this was hilarious by Maria to what did she call them? The yeahs, like the
Yeah, I wrote that
group.
down.
Like one of them says something and the others go, yeah. That was pretty campy. She was kind of mothered this drop, low key.
Yeah, this is like
Yeah.
this is like her. Like I feel like we're getting to the point where we're losing a lot of like the big characters from the first half. I think Traitors does like to build up the people before they leave. So now these
Yeah.
people that didn't get much screen time in the first half, they're starting to be on our screen. Like her and Violet are two, and James are three people that we didn't get much of in those first couple of drops. But now they're actually like big characters that I think are going to be important for the later half of the season.
We got a lot of Chloe too, so
Yeah.
this was fun. I feel like I'm getting to know these people more.
And then I'm trying to think, does anything else happen before they get to the round table? I think it's just people are pretty set on Jill, and then there's like the small faction against Roja.
Well, I think it's
Yeah.
interesting that they like the group didn't want to tell Hannah or Maria. Which this confused me because I thought like when they were talking about blindsiding Aroha, like I thought in my head I'm like, oh, are they gonna like blindside her at the vote? Like they're not gonna say
Mhm.
shit until the vote. Which I mean, I don't know if that would work
That's
because
fucked
they
up.
don't really have the numbers necessarily, and I mean a lot of people are already on Jill. But I mean, Harrison did end up bringing up Aroha immediately, so I'm like, oh, okay. So it's not actually like a blindside at the vote. We've seen a blindside at the vote like at least once in Australia, I remember. So I was like low key like hoping that would be the case. It didn't happen, but I still think it brought a lot of tension in the round table. Like people who I thought were like sleeping as faithfuls were starting to like stand up like no, you're not gonna, the clique is not gonna do that. Like Maruya
Yeah.
stood up, Hannah stood up, she's like
Mhm.
absolutely not, like we're not doing that. So I loved it. Like this is what I want to see.
Yeah, I think speaking of the roundtable, I think we could just get straight up in there. We look at my notes. Yeah, Harrison opens up the roundtable and he just starts pushing Aroha. He's like, "Hey, it's you. The way you were crying after Brad left. Like, I'm very suspicious of you." And like we said earlier, she says it's because she was emotional for calling out Dave, and she like says people weren't listening, but also that she's close to Dave, and it felt like I do get that. Like, if you're really suspect of someone you're close to and you want to call them out as a traitor, it can be pretty emotional. And then this is where Maruya defends her. She's like, "Hey, I was watching that whole round table. She was emotional because of Dave, not
Period,
because of
Maruya.
Brad." She said, "Hey,
Stand
nobody."
up for your allies.
She said, "Nobody gives a fuck about Brad." Okay,
Period.
she did say that. They say that like, soon next episode when someone gets murdered.
I like this because Maruya is playing hard. Like it feels like everyone's just like we're gaming now. Like
Yeah.
if there's a small group forming doing some shit and they're not telling me, and the first time I'm hearing about this is at the round table, like that's sus to me. Like one of y'all knows more than what you're saying, and I'm kind of living for the dynamic. I did feel a little bad for Aroha because I like her, and clearly she seems like
Yeah.
she's very sensitive in this setting. We've seen people in exit interviews too talk about like I cry like once a year or less, and I came on this show and I'm crying like every damn episode, right? Like every damn roundtable. So it really does show you how much of a pressure cooker this is. But I also feel like it was an interesting strategy for them to. I mean, I feel like the edit was trying to make us think like, oh, everybody's on Aroha, but I'm like, you don't need to fake us out. Like we know Jill is in trouble here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
Well,
then I was like, then Violet does like starts pushing again. It's like, well, one of the conversation I had with Brad, he said me, you, and him are very similar in the way we like talk and think about the game. Why would he say that unless you're a traitor? And they're like, well, he also said Jill and Keanu's name. Brad was just saying names. So, and I for a
when
second,
Hannah said that, I'm like, oh, like,
Yeah.
but then
was like-
they couldn't clock on Keanu but they figured like, yeah, Jill 100% has to be.
For a second, I was scared that Maria was gonna go, "Oh yeah, Keanu, that name." I've been thinking. I was like, "What
Because
Yeah.
she had her top 3 all clocked. I'm like, oh, like is she gonna say
the?"
something? But
Well,
not
they
yet.
did it.
She's keeping it. I'm down though.
Yeah, it's interesting with Maria because they did it again where like she says like one little sentence right before like they cut off the conversation and go to the vote where she's like, "Oh yeah, we should blah blah blah." You know what I mean? And I'm like, they're teasing us. Like she's not going to put it on the floor about Keanu. But again, I think this does go back to what we've been seeing over the past series of this franchise is one bad trader can blow up your entire turret. And
Mhm.
Bradley by himself blew up 2/3 of their turret, which to me is like,
Yeah.
I get why you felt like you needed to allow them to seduce another traitor to the conclave, and it does create some interesting dynamics, but I can see what y'all are saying about not liking it.
Mhm. Yeah, and then there's also this where conversation starts to lean towards. We know Jill's a traitor, but I think Aroha's one as well, and I think that she's a good traitor, unlike Jill. And Jill's like, "Wait, the fuck?" And
Wow.
then Aroha goes, "I would be," which is a very funny response to that
Yeah.
because it's real. But then, and then this is when the talks to the clique start getting brought up. How you got this group and this clique that have been voting with each other each round. And we get the confession from Keanu. He's like, I don't want to be put in a clique. Like, yes, these are my closest friends here. I need to expand outside of that. And he quickly starts to like switch to Jill and talk more at the round table. How he's like, I'm not going for
Yes.
you. I'm like, I think that was
Yeah.
good gameplay because I don't think that's something he thought of before going in. I think that was like on the spot. He flipped it. And I think that's very impressive.
Yeah.
Remember in the beginning where we were talking about how Keanu telling the other traders that he's close with Sam could potentially be a game losing move. I feel like this move to defend Aroha and distance himself from a group that is clearly forming that other faithfuls are frustrating with could be a game winning move because
Mm-hmm.
now it's like the people that aren't in that five maybe can see Keanu as somebody that they're still attached to. He understands how great his social game is. He understands if this five starts to crumble, which they are, I can hop to another five or I can hop to another two. We already saw he was willing to cut his allies early on with some of these murders, and he still has Sam. Sam's the last like really close ally he has. This is a great move in my opinion. Blow up that five. Who cares? Reshuffle. Get yourself out of that fray, and let's see where it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Especially
think
because they're all starting to think like the people outside of the clique, like they're starting to think, okay, there has to be at least one
There's
traitor
one.
within
Yeah.
that group. Jill's not in that group, so it has to be someone else. Keanu knows that's him. So, and my favorite line from that roundtable is Sam being like, "Can 6 of us be traitors?" Because like the way they were all accusing the clique, it did sound like they were trying to say, "Well, there's a bunch of traitors in that group." Um, but also like I don't like I just loved the back and forth of it all, and
Yeah.
Keanu did control it really well. You want to avoid the drama. I wouldn't say as much as possible. You don't want to be like fully out of drama the whole season because that actually might get you caught up. You can
mm-hmm.
be in drama a little bit, but like in this situation, it's okay. It's okay to back up because you already have a lot of other people going at it, and it's all like a would you say a smoke screen? I guess I don't know if that's the right
Mhm.
word, but um and go like backing away from Aroha, who clearly wasn't going to get the majority anyway, was I think the smart move. I agree, easy.
Yeah, I do worry, like say like because we already lose one person in that group in the next episode. If people from that clique start dropping, they're like, "Well, we thought one of them would be a traitor, and Keanu was one of the only ones left." That worries me a little bit. But from what I've seen so far, I
Sure.
think he's capable to get himself out of this situation if it comes.
I think that's why he's like, we need to blow this up. Like, I need
Mm-hmm.
to shed some skin. Like, I need Jill to go, and I need to blow up this idea of this five. Now, to your point, though, I think it's a good one because in the next drop, at some point, we've been talking about it since the first episode. Samantha and Keanu, why am I still here? Samantha's gonna wake up every morning from here on out, assuming she survives this, you know, situation
Yeah.
here at the end of the second episode. Why? Who is keeping me here? Why am I not dead? Clearly, no one's gonna banish me. Why am I still here?
Yeah, And then this is when Jill decides she has her master plan and she's gonna push for Harrison. How Harrison's the puppet master and he's the mastermind of the season. And pretty quickly, everyone's just like, no. Specifically, Michael. He's like, as a latecomer, Mike Harrison didn't talk to me for the first 2 days. I don't think that's the movement of a mastermind or a puppet master. And I like it is weird because everyone like shuts down his argument, and then we get to the next episode. Everyone's like, well, the puppet master would do this.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. Did y'all just say he's not the puppet master? But yeah, but everyone kind of just pushes Jill's on Harrison to the side. She doesn't get any momentum. And this is where we get towards the end of the roundtable. Violet starts going all in on Rojas, and we need to do this. Like, I know we all believe Joe's a theory, but I need this theory tested first. I need the Roja, like, I need to know if she's a traitor or not, because that's just in my gut. Like, what evidence do you have? She's like, my gut. No, like, that's not good evidence.
No, she literally said, I feel
We'll
it
be
in
out
my bones.
next.
She said, I feel it in my bones, y'all.
Yeah.
That's some deep shit. I mean, you have to trust yourself. And honestly, her being loud and wrong might buy her some extra time if we're being real.
It might. It's a good. Also, in this, they never bring it up. She says something about having a shield in this, and I didn't know that was public information because if it wasn't, she just spilled that her whole group had the shield. But I'm assuming Keanu and James probably already knew that group had it.
Yeah.
But just in case it wasn't public information, she does says it. And then, is there anything else you want to talk about before we get to the vote? Because it's pretty cut and dry once we get to that.
When Aroha said, like, I didn't leave my baby at home to come here and lose, I thought she was going. I was like, oh, this is like her exit edit. You know what I mean? So they did gag me for half a second, but I like this, like with her and with Chloe and Keanu and others, like that we're starting to get a little bit more into their personal stories, which is always one of my biggest critiques of the way this show is edited in particular. Like, we see in shows like Survivor, we get a lot of, at least in the new era, we got a lot of personal storytelling early, and that annoyed people too much. So it seems like they backed off a little bit. In Traitors, it's so boom, 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 and people get knocked out so quickly, and the cast is so big, you can't tell everyone's story. But I do want more of that. Like, who are these people? What's their why? Like, what's your reason for being here? You know, and even at the end of this drop with Harrison, like talking about him, this was a dream for him to be on the show. You know, I know we'll get there, but it's like, I knew you all talked about it before, but I didn't really realize how big of a fan he was. Like, I want to know that stuff early.
Yeah. I've always been like, even with the new era, I'm like, I like hearing about these people's stories. They got casted for a reason. They're interesting people at the end of the day. Even though sometimes we'll drag them or call them Kayas, at the end of the day, they're interesting people. Like, they're only Kayas because you don't get them to edit. Or maybe they are a Kaya, but that's not what we're going to discuss. There was one funny moment while voting where Jill writes down Harris's name, and she's like, "You spelled my name wrong." She's like, "I know, I did it to annoy you." That's just kind of funny.
that was campy as fuck.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the end of the thing. Jill is banished. They got their second traitor out in a row. And when we head back, I think one of the only interesting things that happens is James gets the confessional talking about this was his first time he got to send home a traitor as a traitor. And he understands what Elliot said by being a traitor is playing on easy mode. And I immediately wrote down, so he is not winning. Because that is so overconfident.
Wow.
I'm like, they left that in. I'm like,
but Keanu is also very overconfident, but
I just like the easy mode comment is like a different level. Like, I think they don't have to leave that in.
Yeah.
I'd also think that's like a Survivor. Like, don't ever say, like, everyone talks about that. Everyone talks like that in the confessional. Everyone, believe it or not, when they get in a confessional, they're overconfident. The producers are talking to you. You hype up yourself. The producers could choose what to leave in, what not to leave in, to make you
every time.
Because every time someone says this in like Survivor, I'm like, so you're not winning. That's how the moment he said it, I was like, he's done.
No, you know what made me think of was we were on Survivor Australia, right? What was her name? Asha. Remember how?
Oh yeah.
How high on her own supply she was, and then boom. I mean, that happened like 3 or 4 times in that season. If y'all haven't checked it out, check out the most recent season of Survivor Australia Redemption.
A really good season, Mike.
It was dope. We also covered that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to remember what the next slide is. Let's just get into it. Okay, it is just they get down to the turret and they say you have the option to seduce again, or do you want to murder? And within about 40 seconds, they go, so we're murdering.
wait, but James was because he started off their conversation before even Madeline came in. He's like, "Do you feel bad about Jill?"
No.
Me neither.
Before Keanu could even say that, no, me
neither. That was savage.
This is why I love these two. Like,
yes.
like I want to say so badly I want to see them win together, but no, I don't.
Even if they
Like,
don't win together, I want them to have a good arc as like a duo, and eventually they turn on
Yeah.
each other. I want it to be fun and like entertaining because I think they're both capable of being messy players. So because they
yeah,
just there's something about like just they're owning up the villainy. Like you are a traitor at the end of the day, you're owning it. Like
yeah.
you gotta have
You
fun
brought up
with
a
it.
really good thing. They're both messy players, like messy. I would say messy slash like really active players, and
Mhm.
that's why I don't want to see them both win at the end because it's like there's so much potential for like a huge like big moment in that end game if they were to turn on each other. I would understand if it's like only one of them was messy and the other was like just an icon next to them, and I'd be like, okay, like I could be okay with them winning together, kind of like um let me not spoil another season, but I was gonna say another
Which
season
country?
reference. The UK.
Yeah.
Um, there was a duo that I feel like they weren't both actively like Keanu and James. I don't think they were like them necessarily. So I was like, okay, like I think it's cute that they're coming together to the end. But in
Mhm.
Well,
this case, I'm like,
but
I need them to go against each other.
James is a little bit more in the shadow. Obviously, now he's playing a little bit more out front now that
Yeah.
he's feeling himself and he has more information. But I still feel like the edit is kind of telling us that like Keanu is true to this and James is new to this, right?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
Keanu went through his cocky phase and has proven every time when shit gets messy, like to survive the Bradley situation and survive the Jill situation. And still, as far as we know, there's only one person who thinks it's you. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then, so they quickly say also before this is where we have the Keanu say he is the traitor. We do have that confessional after the Jill move because he talks about how Jill pushed Harrison and not him, and not everyone says on Harrison. And when he gets to the murder, that's his plan. He wants to push Harrison tomorrow. That will also one breaks up the group, and two, uh, he already has so much sus on him. So the names that get brought up for murder is Michael, Aaron, and Maria, and it's pretty obvious to me. I'm like, so one of these people like if I had to take a guess, it's Michael. Like I just knew from the moment they brought
Yeah.
up Michael's name, I was like,
They spent
it's
like
Michael.
30 seconds explaining it, and then for Maruya and Aaron, it was like, well, this is a strong player, so they gotta go. And this player voted Dave. Maybe we could set her up. That's it. I'm like, okay, well, there was a deeper explanation for Michael. Pretty sure
Right.
Michael goes home. Which is
Yeah.
like, honestly, I don't care.
Yeah, like he was screwed the moment he came back into the game. It's like you're not winning because you're just gonna be murdered. Or if you make it to the end game, they're like, well, what if he is the traitor that he came in as a
Right.
traitor? He had like no hope of winning this game. So I'm glad that they got it. Like it sounds fucked up, but I'm glad you got it out of the way because like obviously you're murdering this dude who just came into the game that everyone's pretty sure is a faithful. So,
I think it's a really smart move because they're starting to see that like one of the important things a trader needs to be able to do is detect the quieter people that are very intelligent because
mhm.
again it's like if you're somebody I need to worry about in the final 6 final 5 you got to go ASAP, right? Because I need to be surrounded by people that I can either convince that are loud and wrong or that I'm already close to and already trust me, and that's it. Everybody else can go. And the fact that they said he defended Harrison, red flag.
Yeah. And then we head into breakfast and we get when Harrison, Maria, and Dave is the first group. And this I don't know why it was a no, but it's one and B, one more breakfast is Dave's motto every time he wakes
Yeah,
up. And I was like, that's kind of funny. I do kind of live with that. But when Harrison gets in here, I feel like he was failing to see at the start how much Jill saying his name sealed his fate for the day. Like I feel like he didn't think it was a big deal. And once we get farther in the day, I think he obviously could tell. But at the start of the day, he seemed still pretty confident that he had his group of people and he was going to be good to go. And then nothing else interesting happens in breakfast until we get Chloe and Violet walk in. And they're talking, and Chloe's like, well, I have a big plan. I have a big bomb I want to drop. She said, what is it? She goes, H. She goes, RH. And she's like, yeah. And Violet's like, in the confessional, she didn't say this, but this is basically what it took out. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, she's like, what do you mean RH? Like, what do you, because she says, she apparently Violet says her and Harrison are very close. Like, that's her closest person in here. But also, if he is a traitor, he's protecting us. And I'm like, it's very rare to see the traders talk about like traders angels as a strategy. She really does. Like he is protecting them at the end of the day, and they need someone in the church to
yeah,
keep them safe. So
yeah. It's the classic Sandra Diaz Twine
Yes.
strategy, which is I'll keep the trader around if they're gonna keep me around. And that's exactly what Violet's saying. That's why I'm saying like Chloe she's not on that level. I think
Right.
she is going for the Traitors at the end of the day. Like that's her sole goal, which is okay, but like you can wait sometimes until you take that shot. You
Yeah.
don't need to take that shot right away. Now, like mind you, Harrison is on a Traitor, but still like what matters is the thought process in all of this. Like
Yes.
you want to get Harrison, even though he's like one of your closest allies at this point. It's just it's not a good move. Like you're getting rid of your own clique. You're not going to have the numbers at the next banishment. So
Yeah.
That part. And I love that Violet's thinking about the meta of this game. Like, and I agree. I'm like, if you have this locked in 5 and people already think it's one of you, I actually think it's a mistake. Maybe there was just the Harrison train was just left the station and there was not a lot they could do, but it felt like they allowed themselves this like yeah alliance of 5 to implode. And I know Keanu kind of was like, this is better for me if this blows up, but they didn't need to lose like 2 or 3 of them immediately. You know what I mean? Cuz then like you all said before, those walls are going to close in at some point. I don't love that.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
for Chloe specifically, Harrison's not a traitor. Who's the next person they're gonna look at in the group? It's probably Chloe. So it's
Right.
like, okay, Chloe, you better hope they jump off this group theory because you're kind of
Yeah.
screwed if they don't. Especially when we get to the trailer for next week. I'm like, Chloe, I have a feeling
She's in
my
trouble.
my ex is gonna be over her face in that screenshot thing pretty soon.
Not your ex. Another
Yeah.
thing Keanu does that is fantastic here, and I'm glad they show it because I like to see more of the traders interacting with Faithful in these social scenarios where they're not at the round table, where they're just working people. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he's like, "Don't tell me who to vote for. Bring me evidence." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
give me receipts, show me notes, because he knows in the back of his head, no one except for Maria right now has notes on him. So anyone that brings notes to the table, it's going to be on somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they find out Michael was murdered, and like none of them care. I was like,
Girl,
damn,
Maria
Michael.
was like, "Oh my God, he gave us the money he won," and I'm like, "I'm dead." Like, what? That's the
This
first thing you
Yo.
think.
And how about Aloha talking about like how annoying people are right
yeah.
before they get murdered every single time?
It's like, oh, so I think there was a funny moment. I think it was, I believe it's this breakfast, not the last one. Like, what if someone seduced? Like, do you get to see who they are before? It's like, it's like
Yeah.
Maria thought they could come back in here. You'd be like, I know who it is, guys. I said
Yeah.
no to
Like, nah, I don't
it's
fuck with them.
I think, at the end of the day, I do like this cast. They're all pretty funny people.
They're
They've
campy.
been
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Also, I wrote down we don't get any like discussion in the cast, so they go straight to the challenge after this. And I think it's because of what happens in the episode. They needed more time. But I
Yeah.
was shocked at the
Sure.
beginning. But they go straight to the challenge. Let me see what I wrote down. They were pushing Dave to Harrison's face, but I think they're just lying to him because like they're voting for Harrison once they get to the round table later on. But this is when Chloe is pushing Harrison, and when we get more about Chloe. I did like this, like we said, getting to see people's like background and story.
Yeah.
We would have never like if they never showed us, it would have felt like a missed opportunity. Like I feel like I understood Chloe so much more after this.
Like,
Yeah.
Where
damn,
she,
I almost felt like crying too when I started seeing all of them cry. I'm like, damn, this is
Yeah.
actually
That
touching.
was really
Like,
sad.
this
yeah,
is like this is a thing about like Survivor that I feel like they could do better at, like just showing these people's stories. Like, don't shove it in our faces. Like, I would rather have it that you like put it more naturally
Yeah.
yes,
into the episodes. And like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is a like huge moment that Chloe is revealing, but it's like it's being shown in a moment like in a natural environment where they're talking to each other as people, and that's where like the emotion like really does hit me. Like I said, I almost cried. Like it hit me. So like it just made me like Chloe a lot more as like a person. Like you can tell like she is going through a lot in these last few years, and she's she's playing for her kid right now. Like she really wants to win that money, and like I mean, that's a lot to endure for him to pass away like that. 18 months was, I think, how old their son was
yeah. Really, that's what
when he
she
passed.
said.
Like, damn, no.
Yeah, it's a very unfortunate situation. I'm glad that she felt comfortable to open that up and like to see people's stories. Like you said, I think Survivor, like especially at the start of the new era, they would just push people's stories on immediately. But in
Yeah.
these high pressure situations, like the pressure cooker of it, when it comes out naturally, it's like so much. It's more beautiful, and it's like
Yeah.
if you're really like she's really missing her son right now. I like just getting that natural experience. Like she's talking to the other women about it, and we get to see like how it's feeling, how that's like affecting her gameplay. Where it's like she wants to do this for her son. She has a reason for being here, and like she's gone through so much, losing her partner, like the way she lost him in like a pretty brutal fashion, like a rugby game. That's a lot to go through.
Yeah.
So
And it was just 2 years ago, which is
yeah,
very fresh, especially, I'm sure most of us have experienced grief in our lives in one way or another. And sometimes 2 years can feel like 2 hours ago or 2 days ago.
yeah,
I also feel like editing wise, a big difference between this situation versus a lot of stuff we see on Survivor and other franchises is this conversation came up naturally between the players, like within the
mhm,
Yeah.
cast, in a car ride, on a way to a challenge, in a pressure cooker game, versus some of the Survivor stuff. It's confessionals like
yeah,
2/3 of the time. So it's like producers trying to find a story for them to develop a narrative for us to root for somebody, as opposed to the players kind of divulging when they want to, with who they want to.
hmm yeah. And then we head to the challenge, and like I said last time, I really liked that challenge. And then we head to this challenge. This is the classic traders I know. They have a hill, and they want you to run up it. And I was like,
Right.
this is the traders that I've always followed.
With a
But
65-year-old, senior
Or
citizen,
Debbie.
Debbie's
Like,
immediately
literally somebody's mom.
Debbie literally sat down immediately. She's like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I
That was
mean,
almost
That was
worse.
that
fucked
hill
up.
looks really difficult to
That
even
was
go
fucked
down. Like
up.
they were
Yeah.
literally I saw Keanu and who even was the guy behind him? I think it was Dave. Like they're bending their knees as they're like going down. Like it's
Yeah.
serious. Like that is some
It,
serious work
it was
right
only
there.
30 minutes, so I know they're running like probably full sprint trying to get all this done.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
That's
that's supposed to
quick.
be.
Now I
Yeah.
really like the concept with the shield. Like it's not
Yes.
like
Yeah.
first three people, it's first, third, and 12th. Randomly 12th. I thought, oh, 12th is like maybe the last person. No, there's like 13 of them now.
Yeah.
So that was
I
an
love
interesting
that.
number.
Because yeah, usually in these challenges, like we talked about the very first challenge of the season, the bigger brawly guys, they're the ones who always get the shields. So now
Yeah.
this is the big brawly guy will probably still get one of the first ones, but now anybody can get those later shields. And I do think that adds a more interesting dynamic to the shields of all of it, even though no one got that third one. So this didn't even really matter much, unfortunately.
And we got Maria's mother arc, like just
Yes.
fully landing right here. Like she clocked all three traders, then she fooled these motherfuckers to get that shield. Like, damn,
Oh,
she's
should I
going
like
hard.
leave it for someone else? Oh, nah, fuck it. I'm getting it.
That
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, okay. I got worried for a second. I'm
was
like, Maria,
tea,
what are
yeah.
you doing?
I loved it.
Which is let me just mention, because Keanu came second. And I'm like, now I'm starting to get a little bit nervous for Keanu, because why are you so comfortable, like,
Mm,
just finishing the challenge like that without, like, questioning, like, should I maybe negotiate with the third person who comes here and, like, pretend like I'm thinking of getting the shield? Because right now, all he does is, like, well, I'm second place. I'm locking in the money. I don't want the shield. And, like, I feel like at some point, like, it's literally Maria who's coming up next to you. She might think, okay, well, he's on my list. He doesn't want a shield. Those could be some red flags. So I'm starting to get a little bit nervous again for Keanu. Are
I
they all gonna clock
agree.
onto it? I don't know.
I agree. Nobody said anything so far, but we know
Yeah.
Maria is paying attention, so
Yes.
we'll see where that. I'm sure it's gonna go in her boot notes.
But like
Yeah.
traders love to do their flashbacks where you think something didn't matter, and then they'll be like, "Oh, here's 6 episodes ago, this conversation happened." They just remembered it all of a sudden.
They
So
did that to Bradley nasty,
Yeah.
and he's up out of here.
because
So
that first drop, we thought Brad was like, "Okay, it doesn't seem like it seems like it worked out." They didn't say his name. The immediate next episode, it's like, "Oh, they're saying his name."
Yeah.
So yeah, and then some other things that happened in this challenge, Harrison learns that Chloe is coming for him, which I think he already knew people were saying his name, but I think now he's getting confirmation that someone in his group is coming for him. I think he's starting to get more paranoid and worried about that. And then Aaron finishes first. He beats Keanu to get first place. I didn't realize that they talked about it, and I looked at the bottom. He's like a whole athlete. I didn't realize Aaron's like a professional
Oh, yeah.
triathlon. I was like, oh,
I didn't
Yeah.
know
like,
that.
oh, he just smoked this. I was like, he did great. He was like, I'm doing this with ease. He was helping everyone else out too. He's like, I just got it for you. And then this is where they talk. Maria wants a shield. She doesn't want to seem selfish, and then she says, "Well, I want a woman to get it, and I'm a woman." So it's like,
Period.
yes,
It's that simple. Just take the damn
yeah.
shield.
And her hiding her head is hilarious. Like that's so funny to me.
Someone mentioned that Adrian mentioned this in the chat earlier. If Dave does go home in the next episode, we're only left with 3 men.
Oh
Like
I know
god.
that's
I
right.
did not even like I don't know that I didn't realize it was just 3. I knew that there were more women in there than men, but I didn't know it was like that much. I guess because Harrison just left, Michael just left, and now it
Yeah.
might be
And 2 of
Dave.
them are traitors, so
Oh my god, yeah, that
Yes.
means Aaron is the
it's just
only
Aaron. Yeah,
yeah. And he might go home soon too.
I'm
In
loving
this
it.
Yeah.
Let's have a mother off in the final 6. Let's
I
go.
mean,
Yeah. Let's do
the
it.
women are definitely giving it, so I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
And then and this is poor Dave never got his shield. As you can see down here, Dave is very
Oh my god, he said it again, didn't he?
Wow.
yeah, he needs
Another confessional saying he needs a shield, bro.
he
It's not. It's
he
not
is filming
happening.
these afterwards, so I wonder if he's playing into it. It's like I really want that shield,
Right,
but he's
right, right.
that's definitely how
It's
he
a
feels.
bit. It's a bit now. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because why are some people I don't even know who said it. Um I get it for Dave, like he's pissed off that he didn't get the shield. Like I get it, because it's you we're talking about. But there were some other people butting in like, why'd Maria get the shield?
Oh yeah,
Why not? Why
the only,
wouldn't you? Like
the only
hello?
person that has
Everyone
the
should
right
grab that shit as fast as they can.
the only person that should be upset is Dave, and Dave doesn't even seem mad at her. He's more mad at himself that he didn't get it. Like he never said anything bad about her. He's like, "Oh damn,
Yeah.
I didn't get it." He obviously feels a little bit upset about it.
People are just
I
way too comfortable saying, oh, you don't need the shield.
yeah,
How would you know?
if I think I
Hello?
need the shield, I think I need the shield. Like let's keep
Yeah.
it a buck. So yeah, after I didn't write down. No one got the 12 shield. I didn't write down how much money they got. I think they got 11 out of the however many. And
Oh,
I'm not doing
I
that
don't even
math.
try.
I'm not doing that math right now. Just know
Because
they
they're
got some
gonna get
money.
the money back anyway.
9,000.
Yeah.
They got 9,000. Good for them. They're getting that money.
Well, 9,000 was up for grabs. I don't know if they got all of it.
Oh, they got about 8,000.
Oh, no, they
But also, I'm glad that they're doing quicker edits of these missions. Or is it just me?
Yeah, I think this
Am I
episode.
fast
It did feel
forwarding,
a
or
little.
is it shorter?
I don't. I have to like check, but I think this episode they made everything go a little faster because they have
Yeah.
the stuff at the
Yeah, I
end.
don't
And that's
know.
the real highlight of it all.
The button challenge last episode seemed really quick to me, and I also
Yeah.
kind of like how Madeline is like, no shade to the other like hosts from the. I don't like when they're like screaming like 30 seconds, 5 minutes when we know like so
Oh,
much
yeah, I
of
don't
that is
like that.
fabricated. Like I kind of like that Madeline's just kind of like letting them. She's not playing into that. I know obviously it's like the producers telling the host what to do, but
Yeah,
it's just so fabricated on the
No,
show.
because they started off like I remember the early scenes that started off as like, oh my god, they have 3 seconds. They
Yeah.
just got it in 3 seconds
3,
left.
2,
And then
1.
they figured
Yeah.
they started figuring out like the audience is catching on. So then they started doing, oh, okay, 7 seconds, maybe like
Yeah.
13 seconds, 14 seconds. So they're like trying to make it believable. So, but I'm like, you're not fooling me. There's no way every single challenge they're ending it off at like 15 seconds left. Like, no, that's not. You just want us to think, which is like, who cares? Who cares if they have 15 seconds left? Like, it's not thrilling to watch if every single challenge is like down to the wire, like 15 seconds. Like, why
Yeah.
do I care if it's every single time? So,
yeah.
And all
it's not
all
necessary.
that just to get to a final challenge of them being in helicopters to like triple the triple the prize. You know what I mean? Like,
No, and that's like, oh, they had 1 second left,
Yeah.
guys. Oh my god, like crazy.
Yeah, and then we move on to I've always said maybe use like U.S. survivors should steal Australian survivors and things. I'm thinking every iteration of the Traitors should steal this. Maybe they've done this before. I didn't mean it. No, remember why did the slide not flip? I twisted it. Yeah, we go. I clicked it. This death sense thing, I was a huge fan of. I love this the moment they described it.
Yeah.
So basically, how it works
This
is
was
they have to
fun.
mark 4 faithfuls for a death sentence in plain sight. They have to make a short sentence with the faithful's name using one of 4 words: poison, executed, stabbed, or crushed. And each one can only be used once. And I know for a fact when James walks into this room and Dave says, "What's the word?" I know his heart dropped because he was like, "Wait, what do you
Wait,
mean? What do
who's
you
like,
know?"
wait, what?
And he's like, "What's going on at the table?" He's like, "Oh yeah." Jesus, like so shocked for a second.
No, that is so coincidental. Like, damn, like Dave really did ask, like, what's the word? Like, because usually you would think, "Oh, what name are you hearing tonight?" But like, what's the word
What's the
specifically?
word, mate?
And I'm like, okay.
And this was
I would
this
have
was
shit myself, like one tiny little shit, and then I would have been like, oh yeah. Who are we
Yeah.
doing tonight?
this is not funny, but like it's like kind of like dark humor. But like Dave's like really opening up to them, but like how he used to be like bigger a couple years ago, and like when he was at his past, but
Yeah.
he would not have been able to go up the hill. And it's like he's emotional. He's like proud of himself for being able to do it. It's like this really human moment. And I was like, oh, this is so sweet. And he goes, you know what, Dave, you crushed it. And I'm like, that's so fucking.
No,
That was gaggy.
James
That was
hugging him,
gaggy, yo.
Keanu's sitting there like waiting, like,
Yeah.
okay, when are you gonna leave? Like, I need my moment with James. It's like,
Oh man, it's like we wait 5 episodes, 6 episodes to finally hear something about your personal life, and you're putting it on the floor, shedding tears, and he marks you for murder. And on top of
he,
that, knowing how this edit ended, probably the one going home. No shade.
Yeah, and I mean, Keanu's back there. He's like, "Whoa!" Like, you can see his face. He's like, he just did that."
yeah.
And this is, I don't. This is instantly iconic to
Oh
me.
my
Like,
god.
this was like I was out of my seat when this happened. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like he just did
Yeah.
it immediately, and he played it off so good. I think all of these they played it off good, but
This
then,
is like
Yeah.
watching a movie, right? Like
yeah,
it's like, oh no,
yeah.
here they come.
This
Like
is
Now the only thing that might, which I don't think it's gonna be the case, but like something that might help the faithful potentially think about like what people are saying is like when Madeline did reveal at the end of the round table, like um or was it, I can't remember. There was something that was said that was like um they like murdered you directly or put you on the death sentence like directly or
right.
whatever it was. So it's like there were it almost sounded like something like that the traitors did to you.
mhm,
Uh, now if I were in there, I would probably think, okay, maybe they did like a whole like secret mission thing of like, oh, I need to like stab like a portrait, and then
yeah,
that's like how we mark them for murder. Um, but no, I think they're like no one's gonna clock this. There's no way. Like
yeah.
James and Keanu were really slick with it.
Yeah, unless they say something specifically where it's like they use their words against you, then they might be like, okay, what's some weird words I heard? But
Yeah.
I don't think they would say that. That feels like too much to give to the faithful. It's like they specifically said it to your face.
Yeah.
Like it's like, hey, don't do that.
If
But
they don't say that, I would be worried about maybe all the hugging, like, because we've seen that before, right? Like it's more of like
yeah,
a physical touch thing, or like put something on someone's clothing, or hand someone a handkerchief, or a drink. Give someone a drink, whatever it is. I don't know. You're gonna look at anything, and
yeah,
from what we saw at the end of this last roundtable, as aside from maybe 2 people, they seem pretty lost still. So they're gonna still be grasping for straws, in my opinion.
yeah. And then this is when I said earlier, like Keanu and James, we see like a good duo. This is when we see it on full display. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
these are the words we gotta say. This is what we should do. And Keanu says, "You're like known as like the smart, intellectual guy in the house. Like everyone views you like you're very analytical. Like you could say certain words that I probably can't. Like no one's gonna. What does it say? He's like, no one's gonna believe if I start saying like poison or executed. Like that doesn't sound like something I would say. So they agree to split up, and then this is where Keanu comes with a plan. I'm gonna tell Harrison I don't want to backstab you, which I was wondering if they were gonna let backstab count, but I'm glad they did because that's definitely the easiest
Yeah.
way to get this through.
Yeah. I mean,
That
I
So
was
would just
slick.
give it to him. Like, okay,
yeah,
whatever. Like, it still counts for me.
and then Keanu pulls Harrison, and he says, "Don't want Harrison to feel." He's like, "I don't want Harrison to feel backstabbed by you," which I would probably be suspicious if we're talking and you say my name to me and it's just us two. But I honestly don't know if I'd be thinking that hard. But like, because
Yeah.
what do you say about
They're
him?
all thinking of other things, like,
Yeah,
because they weren't even warned about the whole like murder in plain sight thing until literally later, and like at that point, it's already too late to start thinking about this stuff. So
Right. This is
yeah,
the lead up to the round table, correct? So they're
yeah.
probably
yeah,
worried. They're probably thinking, please let it not be me at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Again,
Well, that's actually interesting. They did this before the round table instead of after, which usually they do it
right.
after.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it makes sense because they needed some time to say the sentences. So
Yeah. And also, like, we'll talk about when we get to the round table, but he got one of the sentences off during the round table. I was like, that's kind of fun.
yeah,
I
that
like that.
was. I was like,
That
damn. I was
was
thinking about that too. I'm like,
that was
would you be
tea,
able to pull
y'all.
it off?
Was I was like, this is Traitors. Like, this is like what I love about Traitors. Like when Traitors is good, you get moments like this where there's sneaky shit happening at the round table. Also, another I mean, there's so many great things to talk about Keanu's game, but him like gently passing off some of these duties to James was
Yeah,
brilliant to me because like that's one of those things where it's like you're like giving him more opportunity to expose himself, but you're wording it in a way that makes it seem like you're a team and
yeah,
that and also like big upping him to be like you're extremely intelligent, you have a great vocabulary, you know what I mean, like you're
Yeah.
so smart, people would think you speak like this, and it's like keeps his hands clean too.
yeah. I mean, literally, he only needs to do one now, while James is doing three. Like James could have
Yeah,
easily been like, "Well, I just did one,
that
so
part.
you take two of the others." But instead, Keanu gets to do just one, and it's like basically the easiest one.
Yeah.
Because poison, I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to do
That's
poison
tough.
in a sentence? Because
That's
I'm
That's tough.
like, okay, because
I'd be
I'm curious
stressed.
what you guys would have done. Because I was thinking, like, and I wouldn't have done this in none, but I was like thinking, would I like bring up Blood on the Clock Tower like randomly and be like, oh, do you like know how like in that game you can get poisoned?
The
But then it's like
poisoner.
it'd be so weird to bring that up. Like none of these people probably play that. If
yeah.
they do, then cool, but I don't think they do.
That one time
So
Drake was the poisoner.
Hey,
yeah,
I
and then I
won
was
that
thinking like,
game.
should I bring up like Parvati Shallow when she had the poison chalice? But I'm like, no, because then it's gonna be revealed that it was a plain and sight murder. Why am I bringing up past moment that was part of a plain and sight murder? So it's like that was so difficult for me to think of something. James somehow pulls it off. I'm like, damn. Okay,
Yeah.
well, Keanu, maybe you did pick the right person to be a traitor.
Yeah, it was very impressive by James when we get to that. The only other he gets to execute ones like if anyone could have executed that, Hannah, it's you. And I just like it fit right away. Like I don't think anyone's suspicious, but he said it in a group of people. He got it done real fast. I don't think anyone's gonna be like, oh, that was a weird thing he said because that just felt like something
No,
James
it's
would
just
say.
yeah, it's a natural thing to say at this point.
Yeah, I think we didn't really get much talk about people pushing anything, but I kind of just feel like it was always on Harrison. So we can head to the round table where it opens up. Harrison opens up for the second time this drop. He opens up the round table. It says, "Yep, my name's out there. I know it. Why's my name out there? Can we talk about it?" And they gotta just like say, "Yeah, your name's out there." And they don't get like
Yeah,
give
bro.
like good reason. He's like, "Yeah, your name's out there." Jill said it. He's like, "Okay." He's like, "I just accepts his fate." We did get a confession from Debbie. Doesn't feel like she can save Harrison, and
Yo.
I was like, I
Oh, that
forgot.
was the end for Harrison at
Yo.
that point. I was like, oh,
Like he's done. It's like this is
yeah.
very unfortunate.
Yo, could you imagine your fucking mom voting for you and fucking traitors and kicking you out of a game?
No,
I
because
mean,
Harrison was gagged. He was like,
I was gagged.
Because I think Harrison knew he was going, but I don't think he thought she would vote for him out. He was like, "Oh,
Fuck.
no, because like Debbie was
Fuck.
just doing like the most random stuff throughout the season, and then all of a sudden, like she votes her own son out, and it's like, oh, damn.
I hope Debbie makes it far." Because that'd be like I would not be okay if I voted out one of my family members.
Well,
Then I'm out next. I'd be like, "Oh, I lost
I don't
her."
know about going far. Like, no
Well,
shade to Debbie, but give us
She
some
get
more, and maybe I will.
yeah. She has a couple funny moments every once in a while,
I don't
but
know. Like that little preview, she might be cooking a little bit. Like maybe that's what she needed. Maybe her son was dead
yeah,
weight. And now
maybe
that he's out of the game, she's gonna flourish and we've
I'm
seen this
telling
on
you,
other franchises
it's Lord
when
Ivar 2.0.
yeah. It'd
it's
be
It
not Lord
literally is.
Ivar. I'm saying when there's a parent and a child and one of them goes, like it completely changes the dynamic for the family member that's left.
yeah, she's less stressed about having to keep this burden, this secret that she's been having to keep this whole time.
Yeah.
Now open up and be an investigator, be the PhD professor they all know her as.
That
Okay,
part.
she can lock in. Doctor
You,
Debbie's her name on the sheet for a reason. Okay,
you see
she
the vision.
yes, I
Yeah.
see the vision that she's either going to lock in or she's going to do nothing. There's only one or two ways this goes.
That's it.
There's no
There's
middle
no in
ground with her.
between.
There's
Now I'm
no in
glad that
between.
she like her reason for voting Harrison because like everyone else was doing it. Like I would have been questioning it a lot more if it was a situation where it's like
A close
Harrison
vote.
might not be going, like it's a
Yeah.
close vote, and like you're voting Harrison. Like no, that wouldn't be a good move. But like, okay, like Harrison clearly was going home, so I understand it. Like you have to do what you have to do.
But to me, the fact that these were two kind of predictable banishments and still so much insane shit, like so much
Yeah.
wild shit happened, and it was seated for every. I literally stood up off of my couch for a bit because during this roundtable, when when Debbie started like shaking her head and Harrison was gagged and he literally was like, when she, like literally gagged
Oh
when
God,
she
but what if
revealed
someone
her
like starts
vote.
bringing it up next time? They're like, well, why was Harrison gagged? Like, what's the
Nah,
deal
I
with
don't think
that?
Well, like,
so.
he's a faithful, so I think they would
Right,
just be
he's
like,
available. Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
Like, who cares?
And also during this, I didn't write down exactly what he says, but James does poison Sam during the round table. And that's her face. She doesn't even know if
Damn,
she's been
yeah.
poisoned. She doesn't even know it
The
yet.
face she made.
Because it was like, I guess at a past round table, he like made a comment and Sam like jumped on it, like talk about how he was basically being dumb. So he's like, well, I don't want to poison with Sam again. Like it was a very slick comment and it felt natural. And I was
Like,
like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, like he pulled that
I
off
didn't even
so
notice. Honestly, I
well.
didn't even notice the first time. I had to rewind because I was like, damn, he just
No,
slipped it in
yeah.
there.
I was trying to write down the whole quote and I rewinded like 10 times just to write the quote down because I'm like, I don't even like it's going too fast for me.
He
Like
just
I
whoop
couldn't notice
slipped
it
it
at
right
first.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
That was
this is
hella slick.
yeah. And I wonder what Keanu said. Like, wait, we didn't agree on this. Said that, wait,
Well,
Sam.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, oh my God, like I don't even does James even know? I don't think James knows that
No,
Keanu and
not that
Sam
we
know each
know
other.
Oh.
of.
Will never shared that with him.
Wait,
So
that means that neither Bradley or Jill spilled his tea. Is that true?
Yeah, that's
well,
true.
Bradley couldn't have unless he
Oh.
actually told Faithfuls at that point. But Jill had the opportunity, technically, when they recruited
Wow. We
James.
thought that
So
that would I mean it still might sink him, but
Yeah.
if he could coast through this whole game without people knowing they know each other, that's massive in my
With
opinion.
yeah,
all self-respect to Jill and Brad, I do think that James that I would try to if he finds out that Sam and Keanu do know each other, he's not gonna let that slide. Like he's gonna be, we got to
Oh,
get this shit out.
absolutely
Like
not.
I
Fuck
think
that.
he's an active enough player to like I'm either getting her banished or
Yeah.
murdering her because you can't have this type of advantage over me. Or he's gonna go find
yeah.
his own alliance of people. He already kind of has it, but he's gonna go like lock that shit
Yeah.
down.
And that's why I'm like, Keanu, listen to me right now. Okay, Keanu,
He's listening.
please do not tell James that you know Sam.
Period.
Do not. No, 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 no,
Period.
no,
Yeah,
no.
he better not.
Do not make that mistake because you already made that mistake the first day, the first night. You can redeem yourself. Okay, do not like I can already like I can already imagine
Yeah.
Keanu in the turret having this exciting moment with James and he's like spilling just randomly like, oh yeah, by the way, like I know Sam. So
Since high
that like
school.
can you believe
Yeah.
that? Like that is such a gag, right? And then James like, yeah, that's so gaggy.
Because like I just don't think James is gonna play about that. Like obviously it's not that they're like
Yeah.
real life best friends or anything, but they still knew each other. They were like close friends back in the day, and they're close here. Like it's not like they don't talk in the castle; they're in the clique together. So it's like you guys are obviously aligned. You obviously would probably go to the end for it. Like James is gonna try to get that shit out immediately.
Yeah.
Period. I also wrote down that what I love Keanu's confessionals. I was trying to figure out why these last few weeks. It feels like you know how he sometimes talks like he's whispering, like
Mhm.
he's trying not to speak too loudly. It feels like he's telling us a secret, and it's just gagging me. I don't know. I've been trying to figure out like what is it personality wise, right? Because I know people were comparing him to like Sam from Australia
No.
season 2. Someone put it in the chat earlier. I'm like,
We have to ignore those.
No.
Sam was just an asshole. Like, you know what
I
I
did not
mean?
like Sam at
Yeah,
all.
Like
there's a
Keanu is
Y'all,
funny and
I
campy
stopped
and
watching
lovable.
that season because of Sam. I was just so
Wait, you never
irritated.
finished it?
No, and I just
Yo,
like about 6 months later, I just like I heard about like how like the ending was, and I was like, wait, I
okay,
kind of want to see that. So I just looked at that moment, but
okay.
I couldn't
Yeah,
The
watch the rest
ending,
of it.
the ending was fucking insane. If anybody hasn't
Yeah,
seen Australia Traitors season 2, check it out.
they were all mad and shit. Like, no,
because
she did what she did.
yeah, Sam is not like he's not confident or he obviously is those things. But he's also just like rude to people, and he's very like
Right.
mean, like the way he talks to people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keanu's not. He's overconfident. He's cocky, but that's like a good TV villain. It's like that's the difference. Like I like certain villains. I don't like Russell Hantz because Russell Hantz is just rude to people. Once you get to a certain
Right.
point, you got to find that balance of being over cocky and being villainous. So you can be villainous all the game you want. Talk about how you're gonna betray everyone here. Everyone can go. I have no problem with that. Once you start getting like a personal alliance, like we don't be doing all that. we don't really gotta
yeah,
do all that.
I think the funnest villains are the ones that can kind of play in your face. Like they have a good social game and they're likable people. And then in the confessionals, they're like eating you up, or they're eating you up
Mhm.
behind your back to other people, pinning people against each other. They're sneaky and they're calculated, but they're not bad people. They're just
Yeah.
playing a game. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
maybe in a more ruthless manner, but it's like that's good TV. That's good entertainment.
Mhm. Yeah. And then at this round table, Chloe, people are talking about Harrison needs to bring up a name. He does bring up Chloe's name, and Chloe's like, Harrison, I'm voting you out. And Harrison does like to tell her, shut up. I'm gonna walk up there and say I'm a faithful, and you're gonna go home next. And she goes, well, that's fine. And I have a strong prediction about what's gonna happen next drop because I have
Yeah,
a feeling that she's just going to get banished.
yeah.
And it's gonna be Harrison.
Chloe's bones.
Oh my god! And then Violet, just because Chloe was like, "Well, Violet, you didn't actually like," or
That
she
was
said something about like
spicy.
you need to continue what you were saying or something. And then Violet's like, "Well, I'm not gonna lie, like I trust Harrison. I would rather vote you
I
out."
think it's you. Yeah,
And I'm like, "What?
that was
I don't think he was
spicy.
gonna do that."
The girls are
Because
fighting. The girls are fighting.
yeah, because Chloe and Violet were literally talking to each other in the breakfast. They're all like talking about like
Yeah,
this whole thing about Harrison, which I mean Violet didn't agree with, but I didn't expect her to like actually turn on Chloe. I thought Violet was just gonna vote Harrison just to go with it. But
Yeah.
no, she like said it out loud. She's like, "Well, Chloe, I am voting for you."
Yeah, that's why I'm a little worried for Violet. Like, I think I can see her being banished pretty soon. Like, I think I just like stuff like that. I can see people getting sus about, like her being so focused on her Roja, and then now she's turning on Chloe over Harrison. You know, Harrison is a faithful, so I don't know if there's a really reason to be sus about that. But you know how it is in these games; if you get suspect about anything that happens, it's like the moment you like
Yeah.
speak your mind and you're wrong, they're like, "Well, obviously a traitor would do that." It's like, no, they might just be wrong. I don't know what else to say. But I'm trying to think of anything. Oh, Maria starts to talk, and then she gets cut off by like Chloe and the hosts. Two separate times she gets cut off
Yo.
by people. And
that pissed me off. That pissed me off. So I'm like, stop teasing us. Like, if you as editors know that Maria's the one person that knows it's Keanu, why do you keep cutting her ass off?
it's that foreshadowing.
So you know what worries me about Maria? Because again, like I was saying, like Keanu is giving me a winner edit. I'm worried that like Maria isn't going to be able to get Keanu out. Like I think she's going to bring up
Yeah,
his name eventually, but it's going to be like this is too late. Like you're bringing it up now,
right.
and it's like not there's not enough people that are going to be on board. Like it reminds
Mhm.
me of UK season 4 when there was this one player who literally clocked the hell out of one of the traders, and they just brought it up too late. Like they sacrificed their whole game just to go home, and that trader never went home. So it's like I
Yeah.
have a feeling that's gonna happen with Maria. Like she doesn't have, I feel like a strong enough edit up to this point
Mm-hmm.
to have that win, like that she's gonna win the battle against Keanu. Like Keanu to me is a much like he has a much stronger edit to where I think he's just going to power through no matter what. So I don't think Murray is going to be able to do it, especially if she's not bringing up Keanu's name right now.
There
So
even was a somewhat similar situation in the Celebrity Traders UK in the Final Four, where they're setting us up to think that this faithful got it, and
yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
but I will say I did write something down about this. I think there's two things that Maria has going for her. One is that at the end of this drop, it still seems like they're on to the idea that one person from that five alliance could be a traitor. So if we see Chloe go next and now Violet's in trouble, or they start like, who's left? Like, if if the other four people from that alliance go after Harrison, I think Keanu's in trouble. The other play that Maria has, she doesn't know yet that Samantha has a relationship with Keanu. But if her and Samantha ever get together, right now, that's not likely.
Mm,
But if that ever happens, watch out because those are two extremely intelligent mothers of this group that could take down Keanu in a second, I think. Like they could take down
yeah,
Keanu in an hour if they wanted to.
Yeah,
yeah,
they definitely
that's the
could.
alliance we want. That's the alliance we need. Is it gonna
Yeah.
happen? I don't know. I
We'll
don't
find
We'll
know.
out.
see.
Maybe not. I don't know. Because at the end of the day, like Maria and Sam are on opposite sides, and it does seem like they're clashing at times, like with their thoughts and theories.
Right.
So, like Maria might bring it up as like a potential that Keanu's a traitor, but I think at the end of the day, Sam might just side with Keanu. Um, yeah.
Yeah, and then we head into the vote, and it's pretty straightforward. All things considered, but Keanu does have like a very emotional moment voting out Harrison. I thought this was like a very sweet moment of the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
And just Keanu talking about how he didn't think there'd be like other LGBTQ like representation here, and they bonded over that. They've gotten very close, and like we always talk about how like representation is really important on these shows because like we talk about this, especially the U.S. shows. They'll cast like one gay person a season, and so when they go out this
Yeah.
casting process, you probably do assume you're going to be the only gay person here. And then they came on this season, and there was quite a bit. Like I don't know the exact
Like
number, but there
3
was
or 4.
yeah. So that
Might
probably
even
does
be
mean
4. I don't know.
yeah, that does probably mean a lot to people. You have someone you can connect to right off the bat. And he was very emotional about this. And like James talks about later, that because he did cause this, and it probably is better for his game to get Harrison out, this is very emotional. It's like the first time, I guess, like the mask gets lit. He does like the I love you thing with the heart, but this is like
Yeah.
true, like real emotion. I also don't think this is like, I don't think anyone's going to like be suspicious of this because like he talks about how they had like actual bond here. And I don't think this is playing anything up. I think this is all real. So.
Yeah. Like, oh, that was like such a like sweet moment. Like everyone was getting emotional at that table. Like even like I started thinking about Debbie. I'm like, she probably feels like like horrible now for voting your son. Like there's like this beautiful moment, and it's like,
Fuck.
oh well, now I'm gonna hit Harrison with the yeah, I voted for you.
Yeah, because
But no, like this is what it is very important for there to be so much representation. And I'm honestly so like I'm surprised that New Zealand was actually comfortable like pushing this, like showing this in the edit because I'm saying surprised because like I feel like usually international seasons don't usually focus on like representation. Well, I mean the casts are not that diverse in general, but I mean the fact that they did end up showing this and like pushing it, like it felt like we were making progress in the reality TV sphere, specifically the international seasons. I mean, I would even argue that the US might be going backwards.
That part, because
So
fuck
yeah,
Michael Rappaport. And
yeah.
speaking of international, shout out to Canada, because I feel like even with Big
Oh
Brother
yeah,
Canada, like
yeah,
the casting has been way more diverse and progressive compared to
yeah,
the US and a lot of other franchises. I mean, when you get
yeah.
into like we're putting the real in reality, right? If you get into digging a little bit deeper about the kind of people that own these companies, that run these networks, that run these shows, you can see why, especially for the US.
Yep.
yeah. And they
And
have
we didn't
this.
point out Morui once again voted for Dave because she
Oh yeah,
can't shake it off.
she did
And
vote
I'm like,
Dave.
damn, like how many times did she vote for Dave? She voted him.
I think
She,
3.
I'm looking. Okay,
What is
she voted him
Yes.
the episode 5, and then what do we? She voted for. Okay, she voted Debbie before
what?
that.
She voted Dave the last two, and then Debbie before that.
Okay, Debbie, that's even more
Has she not
hilarious.
got a single trader
Yeah.
out?
What is she
uh,
gonna do when like Dave's gone? Like, who's gonna be her next
Well,
target? I
Chloe.
will. I will say this Keanu Harrison moment was precious and incredible, and makes me love Keanu even more than we already
Yeah.
did.
yeah,
I am a little bit worried because that was a
really.
huge reaction. And if we're getting down the line and you get to the, in the finale or the episode before the finale, and it's like we're looking at every little detail, why did you feel? I mean, is that the only reason you felt guilty about taking Harrison out? Because that was a big
Hmm.
emotional response, Keanu. I don't know. I'm just saying. We'll see.
Yeah, it could definitely come back to bite him. I hope it doesn't. Maybe this is just me being coping. Like I'm like, yeah, Keanu's gonna be fine. No one's ever even gonna bring up his
Well,
name.
yeah, I saw this as like, oh, another thing to add to Keanu's winter arc, like this, because they spent
Real.
a lot
That's
of
real.
time on that,
I
and I'm
hope
like,
so.
that could be part of the winter edit.
Yeah. And then Debbie, like we talked about a couple of times, she does vote her son out. And I know Harrison, he's like talking about he's a big fan of this. He's probably sitting
Crazy.
there like, wait, there's only one vote left. It's ending on my mom. Oh
Yo.
shit. Like he probably like, he was like, why is this ending on my mom? That's but she votes him out. He's stunned. He cannot believe it because it's like why? Because I think he already accepted that he was going home at that point. There was one vote left, like one vote, only one vote needed left, and there's still a couple votes to go through. He probably accepted it. The fact that his mom was the one vote
He
they
is
end on,
fucking
Yeah.
shook. I would have been shook. I would like, okay, so it's one thing that this happens in a game. Like, this is the type of shit where it's like, if this happens in you're playing a family game at home, like even that can be frustrating, which I've done before with my mom. doing it on fucking national television. Like you'll
Yeah.
never live that down. Like
No.
20 years from now, 30 years from now, they're gonna look the fucking grandchildren of Harrison and all their relatives are gonna watch this and be like, "Mom voted out our grandpa or our dad or our uncle or whatever." That is fucking
Yeah.
wild. Shout out to
No,
Debbie, but that
Debbie
is
made history.
wild.
Debbie made
And,
history.
and then after he leaves, he says he's a faithful. She's so emotional. She's like, I can't believe I was
She's like,
wrong.
Look at her face, even in this image you pulled.
Yeah.
What would
Like,
y'all do, honestly? Like, if my mom voted me out, I would never forgive her. Like, I would.
Really?
I don't think so. Like, in
Well,
in a
in
situation like this, no. Like, there's no
really?
excuse unless she knew I was a traitor. Like, even then,
I
like,
think
What?
okay, if I was
Again,
already
like I
cooked
said, I would be
anyway,
mad if it was like one vote difference, but
yeah. Like if I'm already going and you jumped on the trailer just to save yourself, I'm not gonna be too mad. If you're the deciding vote to get me out, I'm like, okay,
yeah.
that's pretty wild,
but
mom. I'll let
she doesn't know that for sure.
I would hope she'd do it because like his name was the only name that was talked about this whole episode.
Okay,
But
but then easy. What if your mom then wins the season?
then it's like she needed to do
Then
that.
that's cool. I mean, if I found out later
Oh.
she was a traitor, I'd be fine with it. But faithful on faithful is insane.
Well, I mean, your relationship isn't out there, so it's like no one knows. And like, if Debbie doesn't vote for Harrison, then like, what is she gonna vote randomly? Maybe she can because she's done it before.
I
And I
mean, I
mean,
don't
no one
know.
seemed to
Vote for
really care.
Dave.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, she
vote
lives
for
up on
Dave.
Dave.
No, honestly, vote for I don't know, Sam, just randomly again. You voted Sam last time, so or not last
Yeah.
time, but before. But I mean, I would get over it because it's like at the end of the day, the votes weren't there. It was pretty clear that Chloe wasn't gonna go, so it's
Yeah.
whatever.
You all say that now, but I'm saying like you're
Oh,
cast on a
please.
show. I'm saying like when we talk about this shit, we're big fans, we're super fans, we're obsessed with these shows, and you get casted like you're living your dream. Harrison says in his speech, "Thank you for letting me live my dream."
Yeah.
And your mom is a vote to send you out. I don't give a
Well,
fuck.
okay, I will
I
say
would be pissed.
on Traitors, I don't think I would care. But if I'm a survivor and Big Brother and my mom betrays me, I'd be like, hey, this isn't funny. Like this is I've been talking about this since I was like 6 years old to you. Like this isn't a game to me. I'm like, mom.
Well, my
He's a
thought
super
process
fan.
is
Yeah.
well, sure, and I'm a super fan too. So if it was me and my mom, like I would
Exactly.
no, well, not exactly. Wouldn't feel that same like level of betrayal because I would be like, well, my mom sacrificed so much for me all her life. Like at this point, I'm like, I'm just gonna give her this. Like, it's okay, mom. It's okay. You did what you had to do. So I wouldn't take it that hard.
Imagine your mom pulls like a Dan funerals move on you. It's like, wait a minute, of all people in the house to pull this
Okay, well
move
now
off
it would
on.
be no,
It's
but that's
like-
different. It would be
That would
crazy
be
if she
tea.
like spun a narrative against me
Yeah, it's
specifically.
like,
I'd be like
whoa,
questioning it,
whoa.
like what? But Debbie never like
Yeah.
mentioned Harrison.
She
It was more
also
of like a, I don't know what to do. Like I can't defend him.
yeah, I just think she hopped on the vote, like because I do think she really thought her son was a traitor. So, but I think she should have, even if she thinks that she should have protected him because it's her traitor's angel. But I think
Right.
she was just voting with the group,
Exactly.
and they're probably
Hope
cool. I would
Andrea,
assume they're okay. But like, it is at least she got her TV moment. This is a
Hope
moment that I'll be talking
Andrea in
about.
the chat. Like
We will never
exactly.
forget this because Debbie went from Akaya to like I don't know. She at least camp for me.
No, because
Yeah,
why is Debbie all the time like we can't speak together? Like we're like they're gonna figure us out.
Exactly.
Like, girl, no, they're not gonna figure you out. Like Harrison
no, they
has his own clique. You're not in it. Like who's gonna clock you too?
yeah.
So it's Debbie is kind of funny, honestly, now I think about it.
Imagine being at like fucking Thanksgiving dinner and like this season hasn't come out yet and you both know what happened at that round table and
Wow.
all your family comes over and they're like, so how was being on the Traitors together? Well,
Yeah.
I can't say, but that would be
It's interesting, but
you gotta watch.
yeah, but this is officially the end of Harrison, and we talked about Harrison a couple times. But overall, I think Harrison was like a good character on this season. I had a lot of fun with just Harrison.
It was fun. Yeah.
He was kind of messy.
Yeah.
Like him running around the rooms that one episode, be like, I'm trying to find Jill. Where's she at? Like, it was a good little arc. I was thinking he was one like of the main characters though you had so far, and that's another main character gone.
Yeah,
So
I
we,
kind of felt that main character energy like by the end of his run. I feel like earlier on, like I was like, okay, well he's just the son of Debbie. Like I didn't really care much about him. But I feel like in these last two episodes, like I feel like I kind of grew to like him.
Mhm.
Um, especially like I started feeling bad, like especially like when the votes were being read and it got to Keanu's. I'm like, damn, like this is really like it is kind of like sad to watch
Yeah.
Harrison go this way. But I mean, this game is getting cutthroat, and I'm living for it. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Well, Rachel's karma. Wasn't he talking shit about Rachel in the first episode? The North
yeah,
remembers. The North
Yeah.
remembers.
Yeah. And then once he's banished, Keanu immediately runs out and like James follows him. I did take a screenshot of it because I did the death game.
oh my god.
He's crying and James is basically like, "You're the best player to ever play this game. You are him. You never forget. You are strong." It's like okay, it's just hyping him up. He's like, "You are the best. Like you're carrying right now. Like you're so
Fucking professional.
you're so experienced. Like
This was
I
so
look at you."
campy.
And this is when James starts talking about like this is like the first time the mask kind of like took off of Keanu, where you could tell Keanu felt some guilt over this, where he doesn't think Keanu has felt that yet. And this is one of my favorite confessionals, is because they talk about how they had to do Stabbed again because they did it on Harrison. He's gone, and Keanu was crying. He's like, "I know what I have to do because I'm a bad bitch."
Yeah.
So I had to do what I had to do because I'm a
And
bad bitch.
is.
Yes, it's
And
like him
always
just
will be.
him crying during it is so funny to me. But yeah, so they have to redo the stab thing. He grabs Chloe's like, "Hey, Chloe, can we have a chat?" And he's like, "Chloe, I didn't want you to feel back. Were you there during the conversation when I said, Chloe, I don't want you to feel backstabbed? I mean, Harrison, I don't want you to feel backstabbed." And I was like, "Oh, that was
That
him."
was smooth.
I was like, "Oh, that
That
shit
was
was
That
smooth.
was T.O.
like he was able to do that while crying. Like he thought that quick. He immediately got to work." I was like, "Oh,
Right. Like, okay, Keanu, like, I don't know, like, Keanu,
You know what kind of
I'm
reminded
seeing
me
it for
of?
him again.
It reminded me of like one of those kids that's like trying to go outside to play, and your mom's like, "No, you can't. You have to do your chores." And he starts crying. And then the minute she says, "Okay, fine, you can go play outside," he like wipes his
Yeah.
tears and runs outside. Got over that one quick.
he was excited to play the game. He was ready for it."
Yeah.
And
No,
then
yeah.
now that's what the fourth person's marked, and we find out that they're gonna have a death match. And I was like, "What is this? The Genius? Like, what am I watching? Like, why are they having a
No,
death
yeah,
match?"
that sounded crazy. Because I thought it was just a murder shortlist, but then I mean
Yeah,
it is, but they brought the card game, and I'm like, ooh, I'm living
yeah.
for this. Like, I love the
This
campiness
was
of it.
fun.
That's the only thing I have a problem with is now I'm gonna be like, okay, well, these four people should obviously know they're all faithful. But then they show
Yeah.
the trailer. I'm like, well, they don't think that for some reason. I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing that I found out because initially they did this in UK season 3. So
Yes,
initially
they
I thought
did.
the
oh,
same thing, but then
oh yeah, they did.
apparently if there was a traitor in the mix, if they were to make it to the last round or even like if there were two traitors in there and they made it with the last faithful in that table, I'm pretty sure the game just ends automatically and they
Okay.
like that faithful learns you're sitting next to two traitors or one traitor, like you're out. So
That's
it's a really
fucked up.
brutal way to
That is
go.
fucked up.
But
I kind of
that
wish
like
we
that's
saw
how
that.
parents. So the traitor can't actually
I'd be
die from this.
furious
Yeah,
if
because
I
I
was
Yeah,
w-
faithful to go like that.
yeah, well, I
yeah,
always love a good face to face murder, and that would have been
Well,
a good one.
yeah,
It's
of
like two
course.
people already leave. It's
yeah.
like, okay, it's between us. It's like actually, it's not
It's
between
not.
us.
Well, yeah, because in the UK version, I mean, they still did a face-to-face murder by the end of that
Yeah,
card game, which they might do it
that was dope.
now, just like from inspiration from UK. Which would be it'd be funny. Like, imagine Dave if he is the one murder. Like, imagine he finds out that Keanu and James were it all along, and they were the
When he
ones in
had
the
his
room
moment, yeah.
saying, "We can't have the shield." Oh, that I need that. I fear I
Well,
need
Dave
that.
knows now. He knows now exactly what
Yeah,
happened.
Well,
That
I need to see the live reaction.
when he
yeah,
when he was like laying his heart out to them in that kitchen or wherever the dining room, that's when they put him
Oh,
out on this squad.
yeah. That's
yeah.
so basically the rules of the death match shows they all get like 2 cards, and all the cards except for one are a death card, and you just gotta like I think they only did it to the person next to them. So at first they could do anyone on
Yeah,
the table, but they only kept doing the people next to them. I'm like, okay, I guess that's the rules. Of people
it
next to
goes in
you.
a circle. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can say, can I have your left or your right card? And you just do that until you, if you get the light one, you're safe. And you leave. They send you back to your hotel room. That's like a couple minutes down the road. Like, they take you back out. So I this is I don't know if anyone's seen the anonymous. It's very anonymous coded. Like this is the whole premise of that show is they just do that challenge over and over again.
Yeah.
But you have more time to like read facial expressions. This is I don't
Yeah.
really think you got to read facial expressions. It's just like left or right. And you gotta be like,
Yeah. Now there's a problem with this concept that I figured out. If you are okay, because Hannah obviously has the life card. Let's just use round one as an example. It's Hannah, she has that life card. So now Chloe has to pick one. So now imagine you're Dave in this situation. So Chloe gets the life card from Hannah, then Sam gets the life card from Chloe. Imagine you're Dave, you pick the life card from Sam. Oh, but suddenly there's a 0% chance you're left with the life card because Hannah has been
yeah,
observing the whole time where the card is going. She can just take it back. She's like,
yeah,
nope, I'm taking that shit. Like, that's mine. So that's the only problem with this. It's like, if you're in Dave's situation in that first round, like, there's no way you're gonna get it. Same with
also,
round two, it happened again. Well, not that certain situation, but Hannah started with the life card and um like easily like I don't even know who it would have been, but someone wouldn't have been able to get the life card by the
yeah.
end of it because Hannah could just take it back.
Same
So
with like, and when there's a group of four, say if Chloe has it, Dave's never. If Chloe has it and like Sam is wrong when she goes to grab it, Dave could just never get it. Like it's like if you Dave missed the person, you're across from him, he'll
well
just never be
yeah.
able to get it because they got it wrong. It's like I wish it was like you can get
Yeah.
anybody's in the table. I think
Yeah,
that'd be more
like if it was
interesting.
more like free and open, like that would create a little more tension. Cause like didn't they even ask themselves like, well, who wants to go first? They said that, right? Like who wants to go
Yeah,
first? Or so like I guess they were able to pick who goes first. And I like that, but then I kind of wish it was like, okay, who wants to go next? Like I wish that was kind of the case.
yeah.
Um, so yeah.
Then pretty quickly we learned that is Hannah safe on the first one or is it Chloe? I just wrote down they're both safe. I didn't write down the order.
Hannah starts with it, and
And then
then
they
Chloe takes it
take
from her,
yes, yeah, because
and
Chloe's
then they never
safe,
get it again.
and Chloe wanted to save Sam, but Sam is just a social queen. We have Sam has people wanting to save
Period.
her,
Well,
and then the next round, Hannah ends up being safe, and we're left with Sam and Dave. And I just want to be like, I was shocked that these are the last two because like
Yeah.
these are probably like the two faithfuls with the most screen time overall. Like these are like the
I
two main
thought
characters that aren't faithfuls. I was like, oh
I thought Hannah was gonna go. I'm like, with her
Yeah, me
lacking
too.
edit up to this point, like,
They purpled her. Like she remember the first drop,
yeah,
we were like, "Oh, Hannah looks like she's clocking shit." She didn't get shit this drop,
no,
unfortunately. So
yeah,
I thought she was going.
yeah, because like usually, like, I kind of figured a trend where like in a lot of these like competitive reality shows, specifically Australian Survivor, they usually purple out the person who goes home in like a unique way. That could have
hmm
been Hannah in this case, but they didn't do it like that. So I was personally like, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Because I thought, damn, she's starting with the life card a second time now. Like it's 100% like it's gonna get stolen. Then it doesn't get stolen. I'm like, oh, okay, so she does get saved. And then that's when we get to round three with the whole like 8 cards thing. So at this point, it's just like pure luck. Like you just gotta get
yeah,
lucky. And I won't say who I'm pretty certain is going home yet. I'll say that at the very end in case someone wants to like tune out. Because there is a specific reason how I might know that like who's going home between
Just put
Dave
it
and
on the floor,
Sam.
Teo, because
No,
these
okay,
cliffhangers are
mute.
stupid.
If anyone's listening and you don't want to know who might get murdered based on logic that might actually prove that this person gets murdered, uh, mute the video for the next 30 seconds. Um, the person I'm pretty sure it's Dave
Yeah.
because if you pay attention to the confessionals, um, the women are all wearing different clothing when they're going through the whole process of the card game, but Dave is wearing the same thing the whole time. It's his
yeah.
blue shirt, whatever it is, with the white sleeves. So it's giving he filmed that on the same night as he went home. So
They could have given him a
that's
hoodie
what
or
it is.
something.
You guys can unmute now. You guys can unmute.
Oh, I'm sure so many people went on mute for
I
that.
mean,
You never know.
I've done it before, so
And there's always also the chance you're always wrong about who it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, either way, I feel like losing Sam or Davis early is like I don't want either of them to go. It's like they're both like pretty big characters so far, and like we have a lot of people who aren't getting screen time. Like we said earlier, I feel like Traitors is usually good at they're people at the beginning get some screen time and they go and they build up people towards the end game. But I'm like, these are like the two faithfuls that we know the most and that like get a lot of screen time. They get a lot of conversations. It's like I was shocked that it's between them two.
We were wrong about the Elliot and Ryan thing. I mean,
Yeah,
at least I was. I
Yeah.
think most of us were
But
wrong.
yeah,
I was
I
right.
was
So
wrong
they
too.
could have faked us out again. Like,
They told
but
Sam
no,
to change their clothes.
it
You
just
gotta do it.
Samantha is too much of a main character here,
Yeah.
in my opinion, for her to just go
Yeah.
on some
It will
silly
also-
shit like this.
It would be so unsatisfying to lose her specifically this way because she still has a storyline of Keanu, and like I want to
Yeah.
see that storyline get
Yeah,
a proper.
of
Like if
course.
she's getting murdered by Keanu, I want Keanu to have chose her to be murdered.
Yeah, there's just no closure with that whole storyline. And I mean, Sam's story in general just has no closure if she goes home here. It just feels like, it almost feels like, dare I say, oh God, people are gonna jump me for this comparison, but like, it almost reminds me of like when Rachel Riley went home randomly with the hamster wheel. It's
The
like,
hamster
we
wheel of
barely
death.
got anything like before that. We just got an eviction, and now we learn that she's going home. Like, what the fuck? So
Yeah,
that's how it would feel with Sam. It's like
Okay,
she
that's
didn't even
a
get an
stretch.
edit. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's not like on that level, but
Okay,
like
okay.
the concept is concepting. Like
I got you. I got
it's
you.
somewhere there if you think about it. Like squint your
Yeah.
eyes, like think about it. It's there.
it. I think
So,
like a more like like comparison that's not that extreme was like if a good player gets medevaced in a show, if they've been playing good up to that point, all of a sudden
okay.
like they're medevaced. Like they had so much story and stuff going on. It's like now we don't get a conclusion, like a proper conclusion for that. Because
Yeah.
like I want to see you get voted out. I want you to either win or I want to see you lose. I don't want you to just draw a card and go home. Like,
Well, the
that's
best
kinda
recent
like,
example of that is like Kyle from Survivor 50.
yeah. So it's like Kyle made
Because
it a
he
little
was
bit
balling,
farther.
like he was building some shooters, and he had a great social game, coming right off of like winning season 48, and then it was like boom, now he's gone. The fact that people were in tears when he got medevaced is kind of a good example.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's the end of the episode. That's the end of this drop. Like we said, this is a really fun drop. Like the votes are pretty straightforward, but there's like the characters are charactering,
Yeah.
like the gameplay is gameplay, and like I'm having a lot of fun with the season.
Yep.
And
No,
this is
yeah.
where
I
we
mean,
stand
we
now.
might get more dramatic roundtables, and I hope we also get that paired up with like close votes. That would be tea. Like that would be maximum
Yeah.
entertainment at that point.
I-
Because I need that, but you know what they're gonna do if it is like a whole thing of like, oh, there's a one vote difference. This last person's voting one of these two people out. Who is it gonna be? They may just do like a whole cliffhanger again.
That's what
It's
they
like,
would
It's gonna
do.
be Debbie.
Bro,
Debbie's gonna be the
please.
swing vote.
Oh my god! And it's gonna be like,
I
who's
w- I
Debbie gonna
was-
do? Find out next week.
Right. I was low key hyped about the concept of like this 5-person like yeah alliance, and then like the other 5 squatting to get like some Big Brother type shit. But now that alliance is imploding, it's actually more exciting also in some ways, because now it feels like the pieces are just like open.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna start being more adaptable and start to realize like we barely talked this whole time. Like we need to figure out if both of us are faithful, we have to be on the same page. Like we don't
Yeah.
have to fuck
Yeah.
with each other. You can think I'm annoying, like whatever it is, but like you trying to win or are you trying to go home?
Hmm.
Why do I low key like see these remaining people on a Big Brother cast together? Like I can
No, for real.
totally
Big
imagine
Brother
that
New
right
Zealand.
now. Like
Make
that
it happen.
that alliance getting exposed by like week 3. You have
Yes.
Maria and Hannah taking control. They're building up their numbers. They got Aroha to stay. Keanu's playing both sides. Sam is trying to regain control eventually.
The
Like
week 6 Dr. Debbie
that
HOH. We don't know what to do. It's like oh,
No,
no one's talking
Debbie-
with her in 6 weeks. What are we supposed to-
And once again, it wouldn't be a Reality Kingdom podcast without us talking about Big Brother. So there you
Yeah.
go, y'all.
We do
Yeah.
love some Big Brother. Yeah, so with Dave or Samantha going out this episode, we're gonna be left with 11 people. We're about halfway done with the season, and this
Yeah.
is the left of our cast. And do we have like winner predictions or like projections for like how we see some of these people's like story ending? Because like we said, a lot of the main characters have been going, and they're just getting dropped off now. And I think I would say the main characters left, other than like Keanu and James, who are the traitors, and then Sam and Dave, or one of those two is about to be murdered. I'll say Roja's a pretty big character. And then, like, I guess Maria, this drop has became a character, like a big character. Same with Violet, but before this, they weren't as big.
Well, do you guys
So-
think a faithful's gonna win or a traitor?
I think if a faithful does one, it's either Samantha or Dave. It's like whatever one stays, that's the only faithful. Like obviously with faithfuls is weird because like there's other faithfuls that win with them. But I think like they usually pick one main faithful to focus on. I think it's either Samantha or it's like Dave who would be the main
Okay.
faithful at that
I
point.
think I think it's coming down to the big three at this point. It's either going to be Keanu just demolishes everyone, or and is by himself without James, or Sam and Maria come together. Like I don't see any like I have a hard time
Easy.
seeing like some combination of, Debbie and Hannah and Aaron, no shade, but like I have a hard time seeing the other faithful coming together. I could
Yeah,
Easy.
see
I know you really want Maria to win with Sam, like
wait,
as
wrong
a
one.
joint thing, but
This one.
that's not gonna happen.
well, no, I'm saying like if the faithful win, it's gonna be one of them that makes it happen. Like
Yeah,
somebody has to clock
Oh yeah,
Keanu
yeah,
and get him banished. Like the other
yeah.
people that we've been getting a little crumbs from is Maruya or Violet. That would be kind of like it would be fun to see like Maruya, Violet, Keanu, and like James and Maria. Like I'd be sat for that. Like a final five, final six, because there's so many different ways that could go.
yeah.
Mm.
I would say also like I forgot. Aroha is someone that like is the main character, but like her and Chloe, I feel like we've got a lot of screen time. But I think they're being set up to be banished.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
so
Well,
it's like
Aroha to me is set up as like a potential faithful loser at the final two. Um,
Yeah, I could
that's
see
just the
that.
vibe that I've been getting ever since last week. Like I just felt like her edit is pretty prominent, and I had this feeling in my mind, like as I was watching episode 6 when Aroha's name was not being mentioned as much. I'm like, okay, now I can see it again, how she makes it to the end, but then she might trust a traitor, take them to
mhm,
final two, and then lose the game, or even final three. But no, they wouldn't do a final three because they all think there's like three traitors left. We only have two. So
yeah,
they're gonna vote people out until, but I guess like they might do the whole like final five thing of like hiding the roles when they get out. So at that
Yeah.
point, it's like you don't know if a traitor went or got
They
banished.
should, because in New Zealand season 1, they
that's
revealed they
yeah,
revealed that the roles at the final 4, and it
Yeah,
fucked up it ruined the game for somebody. I don't
yeah,
want to give it away, but and then in season 2 they realized, oh wait, everybody else is doing it that way. That's probably a better way to not have
yeah,
them reveal, and then they
yeah.
switched it up. But I mean, somebody lost, in my opinion. Like it was pretty clear to me that somebody lost money from them doing it that way, season 1.
yeah. And
Yeah.
in the chat they said, where did they get the idea? There's so many traders. So I think they had like the box to begin how Brad got selected. It was like the box at the start. I
Right.
think they thought they tapped on three people's shoulders plus the
Yeah.
box. So I think they assumed that there was four traders to start, and
Right.
they've gotten two.
Well,
But
Yeah.
really,
we just had 4 in US, so it makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's 21 people. So like they
Yeah.
four isn't too unrealistic as like a starting traders. Because I know
Yeah.
some seasons there's like a trader gets recruited like every round. I don't think production likes when that happens. I don't think they like people getting recruited every round.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing with like how many they pick at the beginning. Like I can see positives for starting with three, but I also see positives for starting with four. Starting with four does cause more, I would say, there's a more likely chance of like chaos within the turret. Plus there's more chances that the faithful actually get a traitor banished.
Right.
With one less traitor, that's, less opportunities to get a traitor out. But at the same time, I feel like we get to know the traders like a lot better within their like dynamics.
Mhm.
And because I really enjoyed watching the whole like Jill and Keanu relationship starting to blossom, and then suddenly
Right.
Brad crashes in. He's like, I got the traitor
Yeah.
emblem thing. So now I'm on your team, and it's like they're 2v1ing
Okay,
at that
bro.
point. So that's really interesting to me, like, because I mean, you're gonna say like the last US season, I mean they had four traders and it wasn't
It was a mess.
it
Yeah.
didn't feel as entertaining for me at least.
Yeah, I think it's just if you're gonna have you can have one trader in there, you're gonna have four. You gotta make sure at least the people in there have different personalities and be entertaining. Like
Yeah.
season three
Yeah.
of US has four traders, and they had
Oh my
all
god.
dominant personalities. And
Incredible.
that season's of like I love that season. I think it's my favorite trader season overall because they're
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
being messy and they all want to play the game a certain way, and it clashes with each other. That's the best way. Like you have to have personalities that are gonna clash. See, the personalities that are going to clash, or the personalities that link up and they play the game really well together. How Keanu and James
Yep.
are doing.
Yeah,
That
I
part.
mean, that's the thing. Like, I feel like the biggest flaw for them picking Lisa and Candace is the fact that, like, I mean, they're probably not going to turn on each other.
Yeah.
So I feel like they needed to pick one of those two. I would say preferably Candace. Because Lisa to me just feels more like a faithful. Like, I find her really funny, but like probably better as a faithful. So, and then you pick someone like maybe like Natalie Anderson. Like that would have been
Don't get me
campy as
started,
fuck.
Teo, because we'll be on here for another hour if
Yeah.
we get
So
into
that's
the
not.
Traitors casting decisions of the last US season. I was furious the whole time.
But like that's why I'm like, you know what? Like this season, like they did casting or not casting, but putting Brad in that turret because I mean that did shake up big time. As much as it sucks that Jill got thrown under the bus, it's like, well, Jill, you were passive at the end of the day, so it's like I can't really defend you 100%. So
Yeah. And as we head into this end game, next week we'll be back with 2 more episodes. I'm hoping we get the eventual James versus Keanu war, like because I think right now
yeah,
they're a good team, but I think that would be like an all-time end game if we get like
Let's
a war
go.
between these two like active traders, because they're both active and they're both willing to play the game. And hopefully, because in the trader, it looks like James gets caught up a little bit. It's like James starts to get like a little active at the round table and starts to fight. So it's like he's
Yeah.
being messy, and that's what
The
I
girls are
want.
fighting.
Yeah, like, I don't need you to be the best trader ever. I just need you to be entertaining. And if you're a good
who's
trader
the
at
one
it,
who
it's a
clocks
plus.
him? Was it
It was
Debbie?
Debbie.
Dr. Debbie. I'm telling you,
Like out of
now that she has
nowhere.
this anchor of her son out of the game, she's about to eat all these motherfuckers up.
Yeah. So, yeah, but we'll be
That
back.
she's like Genevieve, so Debavieve.
Okay.
WV is hilarious. All right, we'll be back next week. You check into the Discord. We're always in there talking about every show. You have a show that you think we should talk about, go on the Discord and tell us. Okay, we'll make sure to at least check it out. Yeah, the Discord is always fun. Join the Patreon. It's only $3 a month. It really ain't that much, guys. You get to support Lee and Pharaoh. They have the Reality T segments, the Kingdom's Choice. They just put up a poll, I think, today or yesterday. Go make sure you vote for it if you're on the Patreon. They also have the Love Island watch-alongs. It's always a good time in the Patreon. And then look at the schedule. And I'm gonna make the wise decision to not say all these things out, but just know there's a lot of shows on here. We got Love Island all the time, Big Brother All Stars, and every show you can think of is probably here. And like I said, if you got any shows you want us to cover, leave it up to us. Like, tell us what you want us to talk about. But we just know we're getting close to Big Brother season, and trust me, during Big Brother season, we're gonna have a lot. You think Love Island's a lot? Big Brother's gonna be a lot. We got some stuff cooking up for y'all.
Period.
All right, it's been fun talking to y'all. This is Drake. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.